about American Dream training, okay? Because we train and we train hard so that when it's time to actually trade, we know what the hell we're doing.
You have now stumbled into AmericanDreamTrading.com, where we trade shares and options. I will show you about swing trading, long-term trading, dividend stocks, high-yield income stocks, covered calls, cash secure puts, diagonal, credit spreads, debit spreads. I will teach you everything there is to know about the entire market. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I can't believe I get paid to help all of you get paid. This is such a wild thing.
Welcome to American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket Live Chat and Watch Party. I'm your host, J&J Video Reacts, and this is a stream that's been created by traders, for traders, to just kick back, relax, talk about our day trading in the market, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and continue to train on the teachings of Chad W. Christian, who is the founder and CEO of American Dream Trading, to which most of us, if not all of us, are members, proud members, glad to say. And the cool thing about our group is we're a huge family. We have become a tight-knit family, and we're not call-out chasers over here, guys. Chad Christian teaches us how to fish, how to go looking in the right pond. He teaches us about the pond and then how to fish. He doesn't throw call-outs our way and expect us to chase them and make money. You know, you should never chase call-outs. You should always learn a proven process, repeat it, get consecutively great at it, all right? Consistently great at it, and then you'll blow up. The money will just be there. It'll be falling from the sky, but you got to get the process down first. And once you get the process down, it's not good enough to know it. What's good is when you're consistent. Take it from experience. I know the process. I'm not as consistent as I'd like to be. I had a good day today, but I can't say that every day. And until I can say that every day, then I will be proud. Then I will be okay with what I'm doing. So hopefully you guys are out there doing the same thing. You're studying, you're getting better, you're honing your craft, and you are digging into this thing that is the stock market. You are digging into this thing that is day trading. Because if you dedicate the time to this one thing, it'll change your life forever. Okay? It'll change your life forever. It'll make you be able to sleep at night not wondering if you're going to be able to pay your rent next month. It'll make you sleep at night not wondering if you'll be able to make your car payment next month. Hell, you'll be able to pay your car off. Ask Nate, one of our millionaires who did that very thing. Okay? So we've got people in here who have paid their homes off. We've got people in here who have retired. We've got millionaires. Okay? At least 10 of them that we know about. And one of them hangs out here with us from time to time. He always is in the pre-market. If you ever want to learn how he became a millionaire and how he took our coach's teachings, who was also a millionaire, of course, by the way, and took it to the next level and became a millionaire, come in the pre-market. Come and join the VIP Gold and come in the pre-market sessions with us in the morning, and you'll be able to talk to him, and he will train you off of what he's learned off of our coach. Okay, so with that being said, welcome to the show, everybody. If you've never been here before, please make sure you tap that like button. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button, because as you can see, we are on our way. Where is it? We are on our way to 15,000 subscribers. Okay, we just hit the pinnacle 10,000 mark that we've been trying to hit forever. We hit that. We've surpassed that now. We are working on 11,000. Look at, we've only got about, 665 to go before we are at 11,000. So let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. We can do this thing. Look what you're doing already. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing and thank you for liking. Okay? But let's stay consistent with it. Let's keep it going. 3 links are located in the link. Listen, there were some issues with Restream. I don't know what was happening. I kept posting a link, and for whatever reason, it kept coming up broken. The first time was when I tried to pin it. However, the AmericanDreamTrading.com link is correct, and it is pinned at the top of this chat. If you're not a member, please click that link and join yesterday. It'll be the best decision you've ever made in your life, because think about it. If you can go ahead and get debt free and be financially free, by the teachings that we have in this group, why wouldn't you hit it? Click the link. The second link is the second link in this case today is the tip jar to tip yours truly. This is also part of my income. So if you have the wherewithal, if you made some money in a video today, tip your girl, man. Tip your girl. But listen, it is an amazing thing that Coach allows me to be able to offer that, because quite frankly, it's appreciated. It's really appreciated. So thank you for those of you that tip. Hey, it's Friday. Let's do the wheel tonight. Those of you that did make some money, let's throw some money in that tip jar, man, and do a split tonight. That sound like a plan? Come on, man. You can throw $5 in, but end up walking away with 100. Who knows? Who knows what can happen? I know you guys made some money in NVIDIA. Throw some money in that tip jar and let's spin the wheel tonight. We don't have to do it every day, but come on, when it's a Friday like today, and I know a lot of you got paid, throw some money up in that tip jar and we'll go ahead and split it. All right. With that being said, the Restream link, I had a bit of an issue, but there is the last one that I posted, and I see it worked because I got a couple people in the backstage. I'm not keeping you guys long. It's working. So click the very last link, and I will repost it again as soon as I finish talking to you guys here. I'll repost it a couple times so you guys have it. And it's also in the description of the video. Is the link to join the panel. How can you come up here and talk on stage? Click that link and that will get you right up here on this stage. The only thing that we ask is that you respect your fellow panel members and also make sure you have your camera turned on, okay? We want to see that bright smiling face. So hopefully you guys made some money today. Let's go ahead and get it started. And don't forget, if you're brand new traders, do not trade within the first 30 minutes of each trading day. Don't lose more than 1 to 3% of your account. Always, always, always use small position sizes and never forget to use your stop losses. We are trained to not only make money, but protect the money that we make. So let's make sure we're doing that. And let me go ahead and pull everybody in. I see we got Mark McSee back there. And is that Ted?
Nope.
I can't tell who it is. Welcome, whoever you are.
Hey, it's Paul.
Paul.
Oh, hey, Vance. How you doing?
Hello, everybody. I just came to say
How you doing, Mr.
What?
Martin?
Good morning. Good evening. Afternoon. Why aren't our names on there?
I don't know.
Hello.
I don't know. That's weird. Sorry, Vance. That's why I didn't know who you were. But welcome, 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 welcome to the aftermarket.
Our names aren't appearing on there for some reason today.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, Restream is just really glitching because I tried to post the link to the chat or to the panel a couple times and it didn't work. It kept coming up really quirky and weird. So I don't know what was going on there, but we eventually got one in there that's working.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yes, yes. Yes, we can hear you. How are you?
Good, good. I was banned from trading today because I had 2 red days in a row doing stupid stuff, broke rules. But other than that, I've had a good start to the year. And
don't be this guy, dude.
Yeah. Who? yeah. No, I'm not going to be Debbie Downer. No, not at all. I take full responsibility. Hey, I even said right away, I was in that with Coach, and he automatically said, this is real risky. So
stop trading and start training.
That's what I did. I bought the VIP today. I'm going to train all next week. That's my punishment. And then I'll kick back in. But I was way down at one time, and I came a long way back. So I'm
good.
I'm proud of that, and I'm proud that I have the self-control to know that I did something I shouldn't have done.
Yes, because some people don't get it. Some people never get that. So yeah, that is good.
The first thing I think that I've been reading that book, Trading in the Zone, that Coach recommends.
Yep.
And there's so many times that people are in there saying, oh, I did this and oh, I did that, and how they feel and everything. That's a great book, isn't it, Mark?
Yes, sir. Keep it right here on my desk.
I've got the audio book too, and I drive 2 or 3 hours to go to these projects. I work for the state of California, so my projects are all over the coast and everywhere. And so I'll just be driving. I've just been listening to it. But, I hear people that are emotional, and if you have your everything calculated and you're pretty much set up the way you're supposed to be, it's not emotional. It takes the emotion completely out. It's totally different than when I started.
Yeah.
And of course, I was a complete idiot when I started. I mean, I just thought I could do whatever, and you go in there like it's a casino, and the market will let you do all the dumb shit you want to do.
Yep.
And so
Yeah.
They don't,
True.
and they don't care. They don't care
it,
either.
no,
Well, they
don't.
want that. They bank on that because
Yeah.
that's why 95% of traders don't work out. They bank on traders' mistakes because they make money off of that.
It's the biggest frat house party that there ever was. You throw all the rules out and you do whatever, they'll let you lose all your money and then some.
Yeah.
And so, but you have to pull the trigger or push the button or whatever. So self-control. I don't, these people that keep saying, I was feeling all of this, and I was like, well, you shouldn't have been trading. If you're overly excited or overly happy or overly sad, there's an imbalance, like that book says, Mr. Mark. You're reading it, and I think about the guy that keeps coming back, and he said, as soon as it turns green, I sell it. And it's like being bit by a dog, right? You got bit by the dog, so now anytime you get close to one, you're gonna get nervous.
Right.
So that's why they sell too quick, and it's a learning experience. And thank God I didn't get out all the way, but I lost over $100,000 doing dumb stuff at one time.
Wow.
And climbed all the way back out of that. So I'm
Good for you.
I'm trying to be able to take care of Cindy and I in our retirement, and just let her be able to retire. And so that's my goal. But like I said, I had a good start to the week, and then did some stupid stuff day before yesterday following a risky trade. And then I had yesterday, I got up at 2:30 in the morning to go to the bathroom and decided I was going to do it on my phone. So
You went to the bathroom on your phone?
Yeah, I might as well have.
You set yourself up for that.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, I'm gonna quit talking, and I appreciate y'all. I just wanted to come in and say that, and I think those books are so helpful when you're not emotional and you're trading in the zone. You feel much more
Trading in the
comfortable.
Zone is one of the best trading books that a trader could ever listen to, because it teaches you how emotion is not your friend,
It
and
is not.
yeah, it can hurt you. In most cases, being emotional is not as bad as when it is in the market. You got to have emotions if you're a human being, to love yourself, love your family, be compassionate. But in the market, there is none of that. You have
Yeah,
to
and
leave that at the door.
if you've screwed up some, it's as soon as you see stuff going green, you're like, oh my gosh, I got profit. I got to sell that right now. I got to get, and you sell it all, and then it goes up $10 more or whatever, and but when something turns red, people will get hopium. They'll just be like, oh well, it'll come back. Well, you didn't think that when it was going green. You sold it real quick. But when it was going
Look,
red,
the market doesn't have little warning signs that you're about to lose all your money. Do you still want to stay in this trade? They don't have that. You're selling too early. This is still going up. Do you sure you want to? They don't have any of that. So it's up to you to have that built in, just from the knowledge that you've learned. So you're absolutely right. You're not going to get, the market wants to take your money. So it's up to you to be able to get in, get out, and do it safely and keep your money and grow it.
yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate all you guys do. I just wanted to come on. I know it's Friday afternoon, but I wanted to be here and let you know I appreciate you.
We need some new meat on the panel. Why don't you hang out for a little bit, dude?
I'm here. I'm gonna quit talking though and let you guys talk for a little bit. And let
It's
Mr.
okay. Mark will be talking for an hour if you're not. So somebody's got to talk. You might as well be you.
That's right.
But thank you for coming on. That's awesome.
Yeah,
and I'm
thank you.
glad you got your money back.
More people
Yeah,
come on
I'm
here
not
to
there
let you got
yet,
to
but
hear me.
I'm well on my way. I'm 3/4 the way back, but I have the
Oh,
confidence
nice.
and knowledge now to know that I'm going to be right up there. I just need, when I feel emotional, I need to be able to say to myself, don't trade anything. Tomorrow's a new day, and just go have
Yes.
some coffee. And so many
Yes.
times we wake up and we think we got to buy something,
Yeah.
you know, and you're
Yes.
you're you're all groggy, and you walk in there, you're like, what am I going? I gotta get some grocery money. You're thinking about it,
Yeah.
and it weighs on you. And especially when you hear people going, hey, this rocket shipping to the moon, and you're like, damn, why did I do that? And then regrets. Those things make you emotional. And then the next time something's a trade, before you do your due diligence, you've popped into it without doing any kind of, charting or anything else, and your ass is handed to you, and there you go. And you
Yeah.
start, and there's some people that just never learn. And I was one of those that did it for down to $100,000. And I'm telling you, you can do it. It's an addiction to whatever it is that you feed. And I just had to correct myself and realize you're an idiot. You're not doing what's best for you or your family. And now I'm very cautious. $400 to me is like, okay, you did something wrong, and you need to figure that out, and you need to put that in your journal, and put it on your post-it note and stick it right on your computer. I'm never going to do that shit again,
Right.
and and don't do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You are absolutely right. You guys hear this man up here? He is talking to you. He is letting you know where it's at. That is so right. And I'm telling you, today was an amazing day. For the first time, I can truly say, well, not for the first time, but one of the first times I truly sat on my hands. And I mean, every call out that was made, I jumped around and I looked at them. And I looked at stuff that I had planned on trading, and it wasn't doing anything that I needed it to do. And one of my standbys is Nvidia. When I need some money, or when I need to just feel good about a trade, I'll go to Apple, because I usually do well in Apple. I usually can pull money from Nvidia. And when I heard Nvidia was running today, I went to it and got into it, like I think the third candle in. And it was going up, and all of a sudden it started pulling back pretty good. And I was down $70, right? And I'm thinking, get out of it. But I'm like, no, this is Nvidia. Okay, this is a healthy pullback for Nvidia. The way that it started, it's going to go up. That's one of the habits that it has. So just kind of hang tight, relax. But the thing is, I was extremely picky about what trade I got in today. I looked at like at least 10 of them, did not touch it. I don't think I got into Nvidia until, maybe close to 10 o'clock, maybe even after 10 o'clock. But the point of the matter was, I didn't just jump in, like a lot of us tend to do, me included. I waited for the right setup and the right time, because sometimes it could be the right setup, but something could still go wrong. But luckily, Nvidia was on her game today, and she decided to go up. And for once, I was along for the ride today. So, and it made up for all the losses that I did have, the small losses, but they add up. But it covered all of them and put me in the green for the week. So I'm proud about that. I took home close to $700 today, and you guys know that's huge. So yeah, 678 was what I
Way
ended
to
up
go,
making.
Dawn.
Yep, 678 was what I made on it. So I was happy about that, or that's what I took from it minus what I paid out. It was 220 what I paid out. So 200% trade, that's not easy. And to Mark's point, I also have to put my losses on there, but I get so embarrassed to put them on there. But you got to keep it real and let people see. You know what I mean? I do cheat. I only put my wins. I admit it, but I don't
Yeah,
want
me
anybody
too.
seeing
Me
it when
too.
I'm being a bad girl. But we've got to do that to let people know what not to do too. So. I always think don't focus on the bad stuff, because you bring more bad stuff to you, which is true to a point.
Yes, it is.
So
It
yeah,
very much is.
Let's focus on the wins. You know what I mean? That way we can perpetuate that. You know.
The
But
universal bend towards whatever it is that you're thinking about. If you concentrate on bettering yourself and everything, the arc of the universe will bend towards that every time.
absolutely.
You know,
That is a
it may take time,
manifestation
but
master.
yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I believe it. I taught I coached baseball for 18 years, and I, as well as doing my job, it was a second job, but I coached baseball for 18 years, and yeah, I just told kids, the season, this is the first game, we're going to play 40 of these things. So if we lose this one, we keep getting better. The odds are going to get better in our favor. And so they'd always start out, and after the first year of coaching, all the kids were like, just listen to him. He knows what he's talking about, It's like, so
Yeah.
it's the mental game as much as anything. And I think a lot of people don't talk about that. And I was glad the guy brought up the other day how he felt, and, he was going through some things and everything. And there's one thing that's always consistent with these people that are doing this is that they've broken a rule. They've broken a rule. It's every time. Mark will go, which rule he'll start out and he'll go, well, I hate to tell you, but no, don't, and then he'll try to explain it to him. And it just, it seems like a routine thing, but I guess the more you beat it in, the more people will start to get it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've convinced myself that ever since I was 45, I've convinced myself that age 55 was the year I was going to become a millionaire. And it's so crazy because I've been talking about it ever since then. And I've always felt that was my destiny ever since I was a teenager, but I just never knew exactly how it was going to happen, and I tried, playing some lottery and things like that, because I just know deep down inside in my core that's what's on the table. And for some reason around 45, I started thinking, you know what, it's going to happen at age 55. And I got convinced of that. Well, lo and behold, okay, right after I turned 54, Coach goes live on YouTube and starts to train people. And he's kicking out millionaires left and right. And I had my 55th birthday this past July. I still got a whole nother 6 months to go before that happens.
There
I'm
you
gonna
go.
be there. I'm gonna be there.
There you
Because what's been happening is more winning than losing. And I'm slowly but sure. Look, come on. Look how we're learning from Nate and the more. There are so many things that the universe is throwing in my direction to make that a reality. And I see it. And I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth. And I'm like, oh, you heard me. Because how did I find this group? You heard me. So I know that's what's going to happen. So, and the cool thing is you are all going to be here to witness it, baby. Woo! So
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's happening. Mark,
sure.
you have been chilling and letting us do all the talking. How did you do today?
I did all right. I did like 4 1/4 today. I stuck with stocks. I did them in the pre-market, made decent money. And then
Awesome.
I did Advil, not Advil, Adil.
Advil.
Did Adil twice in the open market after 9:30, and then I was done. So I did it twice on 2 of the bottom bounces, double bottoms, and rode them up, and did well. Did okay. I could have probably, I don't know. Well, I undoubtedly would have been if I'd have jumped into a contract, did better, but I didn't. So trying to focus on the stocks again, staying away. So
That's awesome.
It's going. So yeah, I mean, and then I was moderating too. So matter of fact, what was it? That was a pre-market. I was in a trade and everybody kept asking me questions. I'm like, trying to answer their question. I'm just spouting off stuff. And I'm like, I hope it made sense because I was trying to do.
I'm gonna be there.
It is hard. It's hard.
I'm gonna be there with you trading stocks too, man. I had to get some of that money back though, and Nvidia was running today, so I had to get in that.
Yeah.
I had
Ralph's
to be really picky.
Ralph's in the back room, by the way.
And I think is that Nate? Nate.
Yo,
Hey.
What's up, Nate?
What's going on, people?
What's happening?
Nate,
Nothing
Nate,
much.
Nate,
Yo.
Nate, I wanted to just warn you. The weather has been horrible here. Okay,
Would
ain't
you
that
leave
big
that man
storm?
alone about the
No,
weather?
I'm just letting.
Would you
I'm just
Ralph.
stop
letting.
it?
Ralph.
I'm just letting him know.
Ralph. It has
I'm
been
just letting Nate
raining
talk
here
to him.
all day.
Yeah, that's see exactly. It's been
Did you
storming
make that
ever since
happen,
last
Ralph?
night. Like, no, hey, listen. Whenever it rains here, it has a tendency of coming towards Nate's. How passionate he is about sunny and good weather. I mean, we did have a good weekend. No lie, perfect weather this weekend. But it just all of a sudden turned cold and started raining. Like, I don't know if the ground hog or what.
I don't know, but if I
Uh,
see that, if I see that groundhog, I'm gonna put something out to kill him. I'm gonna just tell you like that. Because I can't
what was
Oh
stand
that?
it.
my God.
Who was that? Was that
Can't
That
Nate?
was
stand.
disgusting, whoever that
If,
was.
if if that was Nate, he can afford to do that. Anybody else? Try it.
No, Sorry, that was my son. He came in here and did it in my ear real quick.
Oh, all right, all right.
I cut
Tell
my mic off. I forgot. I'm sorry.
your son he
Oh,
said,
that's
hey.
awesome. Night,
Nope,
tell
that
him that was
wasn't.
pretty respectable.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, you know,
very human. Very human.
My
very human. Yeah.
sister-in-law does it. She'll do it to me. She'll like have this thing where she'll just kick it out and just crack up afterwards. And I'm like, okay, that one was respectable.
You Yeah. know you're in a good family when you have competitions on burps and poops.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. All right, so y'all gonna be in there in the morning?
Yep, 10 a or
Yeah,
11 a.m. Eastern.
11
yep.
a.m. All right, I'm gonna try to be there. That's the
Sounds
plan.
good.
Wait,
That's the
what's
plan.
tomorrow? Oh,
Tomorrow's
Yeah,
Saturday.
be
Saturday,
gold.
Saturday session. Yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nate, tell everybody what you did today. Come on, man. Don't sugarcoat it.
What you mean? What I did?
Yeah, do let everybody know what you did. Come on, let them know. Let
The
them know
weather
how
was.
you spanked the market today.
Oh, I just, Dawn, I tell you, I don't know
Let them
these
know. Let them
options.
know.
Yeah, these option plays that I do. I don't know these things. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it sometimes. Cause
Nate, you killed
I
them
don't
again
know what
today?
the man. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, Ralph. I'm just gonna tell you. I got in with Nvidia and I saw it going up and got in it around what was that 10, 10, 15, somewhere around in there.
I did
And
too.
it just worked in my favor today. I just kept buying contracts, buying contracts, buying contracts. Before I know it, I was up to almost $31,000. Yeah.
31 racks. See, I didn't expect
No.
nothing less than that.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm surprised it wasn't
Yeah.
more. See,
Well,
that's just it right
I
there.
didn't. I wasn't in it
That's
that
it.
long, to be honest with you. Ralph will tell you. I mean, what you call to tell you in there, Mark, that I'm a short termer. I mean, I'm in it for about 20 minutes max. That's about it. That's all I can do. That's it.
Well, you're up for Nate, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I'm a short timer. I don't be in that long. I get my
The
money and I get
same
on
place.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nate would just listen to me. He could probably double his income. He won't stay in a
probably,
trade. He just
probably.
jumps in and out.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. He
yeah.
don't ever do that.
Mark,
The same
Mark,
way.
it ain't even about the money no more. It's just I like to
I
have
know.
fun. That's all. Yeah, I'm just having fun.
You know, it's
I
a
That's
love
all.
it
blessing in your
too
job.
because you add this to Nate where it's like, hey, if you would just stay in it longer, you would double your income, and then he's helped you. It's like, hey, Mark, if you would trade more and trade bigger and just quick scalp like I'm doing, you'll make double your money, and both of you are coming together and making that happen, and it's a beautiful thing
Yeah.
to listen to in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, I
Oh
can't trade
yeah.
like Nate does. So, yeah, we're
Yeah.
just razzing him a little bit. Yeah, good job, Nate.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was doing what I had to do, but I wasn't in it. I wasn't in it long enough for it to react to anything that I was doing. So, you know, I just when I saw that that money counter kept going up, I just said, "Well, that's enough. I'm out." So I left.
I left.
No, I'm laughing.
Yeah,
I'm laughing because all the while people was telling Nate, "Oh, you should do this. Oh, you should do that."
yeah,
Nate, I'm telling you,
Yeah,
you're gonna be able to
exactly.
do this. Nate, put this on your chart. Nate, do this, do that.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
Nate is gonna trade the same way he trade every day,
yeah.
and it really doesn't matter what market it is or what he's trading. It's gonna be the same. Once you get your strategy intact, you're gonna be able to take it to any other of these other ones. I mean, it's probably not going to work
Yeah,
exactly the same, but look at the
yeah,
results that Nate's getting.
but you
I
know
mean,
what though,
come
Raph?
on, just keep it
I
real.
got some work. I got some work to do though, man. Cause I don't know
What?
what strike price. I don't know none of that. I just get in. I try to get in right at the price. You know, that's all I know is to get in right at the price,
Need the
and
money.
Well,
That's
that's it. That's all I know. That's all I
you
all you
know.
need to
always
know.
tell me
That's all
that
you
we
need
got
to
to
know.
work every day and the market is changing, so we already
Yeah,
know we always got work to do, right?
yeah,
Nate ain't in a
yeah,
But I
contract
ain't gonna
long enough
lie.
for any of the Greeks to affect him.
yeah. That's the thing, Mark.
That's a good
I
point.
wasn't in it. I ain't trying
That's
to.
a good point.
I mean, 11 o'clock is my limit on doing any options. I ain't trying to be
Yep.
in there past
Yep.
11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He don't care what any of the Greeks say. He ain't in it long enough for it to do anything to him. So
Once those option trades click in for Nate, he's going to be a multi millionaire.
mm,
Yeah,
well,
that's already
you know,
happening. Oh, where you been
yeah.
at?
I mean, yeah. Well,
That's already
man,
happening.
yeah, it sound good, y'all, but I keep telling y'all, I'm going on 64 years old, and come on, I done made more than I'm gonna spend. I mean, really, keep it real. I mean, so it ain't even about the money no more. It's just I like to have fun and be in there with y'all guys in the morning. That's
Yeah, but
all.
then that's called generational wealth, Nate. You can leave pass it
Yeah,
on to.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, but I'm hard on my kids. They need to get it
I
themselves.
hear you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
got you.
yeah, yeah. Because me and my wife, if we live long enough, we're gonna spend every goddamn dime that I make.
there you go. I would too.
That's what it's for.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, and that's how
Leave
I
it
look
all.
at
Leave it
it.
all to
Yeah,
your. Leave it all to your pet parrot.
yep, yep. If I
And
leave my kids
come to
too
me.
much, they might not be worth a damn. So
Right.
Right.
I doubt it.
no, yeah, I'm
So,
serious, Don. My
Unless you
daughter
teach
probably be
them,
all right, but I don't know. My son, he got some issues. He just
unless you
got to
teach,
catch up.
unless you teach them what
uh,
you're doing here. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Well,
all
they
me and Mark
know.
asking
They
for the
know.
plane ticket.
Yeah. Yeah. They just got to get it together. That's all. Yeah. They got to get it together. But I'm
At least
enjoying
they
what I'm
got good
doing.
parents, though. They got good leadership. So,
Yeah. 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 I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And, me and the wife, that's all we want to do is see the world. We don't care about nothing else. We ain't worrying about nothing. They ain't got no worries. Don't want no worries.
hmm
And we just want to have fun, man. That's all I want to do. Yeah. I can't wait to meet everybody one day. Y'all gonna find out I'm just one of them guys. I just want to have fun, enjoy my life. I don't really care about having no bunch of money. That don't bother me. It really don't. Yeah.
that's awesome, Nate.
Yeah. It really don't.
I already know that about you, Nate.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Just like today, I didn't even get caught up into that. I said, damn, is this something I'm supposed to be doing every day? Because this is crazy. I mean, so, you know. I tell you, coach called me today so much, I lost 2 grand trying to answer the damn phone, put my headset on. I was so mad. Mark, I was so deep in a trade. And then coach
Yeah.
kept talking about Nate. I'm like, damn, I put my headset on, that damn thing knifed on me, and I lost 2 grand just like that.
Yeah. I figured you were when he kept calling you. He wasn't answering. I'm like, he's in a trade. That's why he ain't answering you.
100%, Mark. 100%.
Yeah, I was
Hey.
in that damn Dell, what is it, Dell computer? I was in that.
Yeah.
And that shit was $100 and some dollars a share, and I had 500 or 1,000 shares of it. I'm like, oh, this shit here drop on me. I'm gonna be in trouble because I ain't got no stop, no nothing. And that
Yeah.
damn thing
Nate,
dropped. Oh my God.
They,
Yeah,
you
when
gotta,
you're in a
you might.
trade, when you're in a
Yeah.
trade, don't answer.
Yeah. And I mean, he
Those.
know I can hear him, and I guess he
Hmm.
just, want to make sure I'm at least in it, I guess.
Yeah, that's why he was calling you, bringing it
Yeah.
to your attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you in this?
Yeah.
Hey, Nate, I usually don't do this, but
Uh-huh.
since Mark did me this one day, we
Hmm.
got to start using we got to start using the stops.
Yeah, I
You
know,
know,
Ralph. I'll tell you. I
I
know.
gotta talk. I gotta talk to you quietly because Mark might be listening, and I don't want him to get no ideas
Yeah.
because he
No, it's
did
Yeah.
okay,
me
Ralph.
bad. And,
I already went off the deep end once today. I won't do it again.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. And Ralph, you know what? Sometimes I use it on them stocks with, $2, $3 stocks, but sometimes when it get to them big stocks, I forget about that damn thing for some reason. I can't even remember ever putting one on one.
mhm.
But today, that thing was so volatile today that I didn't realize how bad it was until I had actually gotten in it. That thing was like up and down and up and down. And boy, when it knifed, it took two thousands and some change off this table just like that.
Ooh,
Like, damn.
which one was it? Dale? You said Dale. It was
Dale.
Dale.
Yes.
They had earnings or
Ooh.
something news.
Man. I don't know. Somebody said they had earnings the day before or something, or a couple of days ago or something. I don't know.
Uh,
Shoot. Yeah, I don't really concentrate on that kind of stuff. I just be trading what I see, you know.
Yep.
yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
back. I'll be back. The dogs need attention.
Mark,
And
what you
Mark
Mark,
and
doing?
them damn dogs.
Who let the
I
dogs
know.
out? Mark let the dogs out. That too.
Well, Don, I just came in here. I just came in here to holler at y'all. I'm at the house, and my wife, she must be mad about something because I asked her whether we was going out to eat or what. She told me she was cooking chicken, and I'm like, okay, so what kind of chicken? She said chicken, chicken.
Like that, just like that.
Yeah, anyway.
Chicken. Oh my goodness. What you do now, Nate? What did you do now?
I don't know. I'm getting ready to go in here and find out, though.
You stay in the doghouse.
For real, he do, don't he?
I think
Don't
Nate
It just
married
went
her
off
because
look
she's
on me.
around.
spicy. I think that's why Nate
It
married
just
her
went
because she's
off
so
on me.
spicy. She's so
But Don,
spicy.
was I wrong?
I,
Was I wrong for asking her?
I mean, no, I don't
It was
think
a
you were
typical
wrong for
question.
asking. Right.
Okay, wait a minute. It's fried chicken. It's baked chicken. It's grilled chicken. Which one did you cook? What difference it make?
Boy,
It's chicken. It's chicken. It's chicken. I'm like, oh shit. Okay,
Nate,
whatever. I'll be home in a little bit.
but Nate, you said it was gonna be
Oh
about
my
3 months.
goodness.
Yeah,
After that,
yeah. She be on.
after the diary
She'll be
incident,
all
you said
right
it was gonna
next.
be about 3 months.
Yeah. She be all right when we get to Paris next week.
Yeah.
She'll have a hand out. So
Right,
But Nate,
right, right.
Nate,
Yeah.
I know you're
Everything will
gonna
be
do what you want
everything.
to do, Nate. But I'm just
Uh huh.
saying, that prepaid debit card situation that you got planned,
That what?
that
Oh, that card.
you
I
got
don't know that
planned.
this
Oh,
is the
I
I
got.
right
don't know
time
if
to
you
do
should go.
that, Nate.
I don't know
Oh,
if you
that
should
shit.
go through with
Oh,
that,
that shit's
Nate.
gonna happen. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's gonna happen.
See, he
Don't do
likes
it,
poking the
Nate.
Yes,
bear.
sir.
That's why she's so
Don't
evil
do
to your
it.
ass, because you like poking the bear all the time.
Yeah, I don't think you should go through. I heard that. No, friend. Like, you know.
I can't wait to hear the
Damn
results of
phone.
that one. I really can't.
Darn.
Yeah.
Yeah, darn. She gonna get that card. There ain't no if and buts about that. That's gonna happen.
Oh
Can
no,
you hear
Nate.
us?
Oh,
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Listen, we don't want you
Yeah,
sleeping
it's
on the
raining.
couch.
It's raining real bad.
We don't want you sleeping on the couch.
No.
You know, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. She seemed like she done had something going
Yeah.
on lately. I wouldn't add fuel to the fire.
I don't know, but I think it's gonna happen. I can tell you that. I think it's gonna happen.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
I purposely found that card today just so I can give it to her. Yes, sir.
But Nate, let me ask you this: why you like poking the bear so much? Why you like messing with her like that when she already
Cause my
mad?
wife be tripping. Don, my wife be tripping.
If he's not
She
in
be
a
tripping
trade,
big
Don, he
time.
has nothing better to do.
Yeah, she be tripping. When I said she tripped big time, she tripped big time. Yeah, my wife be going off the deep end on my ass. Yes,
What?
sir.
I must be
Yeah.
married to her sister.
Me too.
I don't know. I think
I
after
think
you
I
done,
might have
I think
even
after
dated
you
her
done be,
cousin. Cause
I don't know.
I know, yeah, I've been there with.
I
Well,
think I think after you've been married for so long, you tend to be short with each other
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. And
yeah,
and the closer we get to a vacation or something, we tend to get real ornery and short. So I don't know why. It's one of them things.
we,
Yep. She'll be all
you
right.
too.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Like I tell my sons,
Yeah.
bitches
But
be tripping.
anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
All right,
Okay.
we'll be there.
And hey, did David get that? Did David get that thing you sent, Mark?
I don't know. I know you.
Oh,
It's in the
okay.
chat. I didn't talk to David today. We'll make sure tomorrow, if
Okay.
nothing else.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, hey.
Did you hear her? What
I
she
was
said?
waiting. I was waiting for somebody to say that.
Did you
Oh,
hear what she
Nate.
said when she came in, Nate? She said, "I
What she
told
said?
you, bitches be tripping."
I said, like I told my boys. I tell my boys all the time, bitches be tripping. What's up?
Christina here? Where's she at?
Right here.
Christina in here?
Woo, Ralph.
Can you
Yeah,
see
she's
me?
here.
Ralph, I got to pull the umbrella
She's here.
out. I got to pull the umbrella out, Ralph. It's rough.
Yeah, it's Ralph's fault.
What happened,
Ralph
Nate? What you
sent
say?
that your way.
Yep.
He said he's got
Hey,
to pull
Nate.
the umbrella out.
The
Nate.
umbrella.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Nate. Go to the
Yeah.
moderators channel in Discord. Bruno posted that Paris list for you. Things
Oh,
to see and
okay.
do.
All right. I'll check that out.
Yeah, scroll up. You'll see
All
it.
right. Okay. Well, depending on what happened at my house when I get in, I might be able to see it.
If you can
One
get in,
chicken.
if you can get in, Nate.
Whatever kind of chicken it is, you better just eat it, like it, and tell her how much you like it.
She might bust me up coming through the door.
Yeah.
Hope you don't have any weapons near your front door.
No. I ain't gonna say a damn word. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this chicken and go watch some TV. That's what I'm gonna do.
There you
That's
go.
the best way.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the best way.
that's it.
And
Yeah.
Nate, maybe you might want to put a match to the chicken first, just to make sure that it doesn't turn weird colors or something, or sniff it. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
wow.
Make sure you don't smell no pesticide or nothing.
I don't know.
Nate, you
I
better
don't
not
know.
do that.
I
You
don't
better
think she that
you
crazy.
better not do that, Nate. I'm telling you.
No,
Listen,
she ain't that crazy.
stick with the
Yeah.
first
Do
plan.
a litmus
Eat and go
test.
watch TV. Don't
Not
Do
with
a
the money
litmus
Nate's.
test.
Not with the money Nate's been making. She's not going to do that.
Hey, Ralph.
All the more insurance money.
Yep.
Dawn ain't tell you what I told my wife when we go to Victoria's Secrets.
What happened? What happened?
You told everybody
what
this
you
morning.
told
Did you miss that this morning, Ralph?
What happened?
I missed it. I didn't hear that.
Oh my God.
I told Dawn, I said, my wife, she likes Victoria's Secrets. And every time we go to Charleston or anywhere out of town, she always want to find a Victoria's Secret. So we were in New York in Times Square, and they got a real big one down there in Times Square. And she wouldn't let me leave the store. She wanted me to stay in there with her. So the lady came over and asked us, did we need any help? And I told the lady, I said, yeah, we looking for used drawers. We don't want no new drawers. We looking for used drawers.
Hey, you know they got a niche for those now. Used drawers.
My wife looked at me. She said, oh, that's that bullshit right there. You can go outside.
Used drawers.
I told that lady, I said, yeah, I want the ones with the stains already in them. You know, we
Oh my God. You did not say that. Oh no. I'm frozen.
Boy, she
Oh
did not
man.
like that, boy. She talking
Yeah,
about
you might have to.
embarrassing.
You might have to go out and come back in, Christina.
Yeah, I'm doing it on another device. I'm trying right now.
That
Oh,
just
you're
goes
not
to
so
frozen now,
embarrassing.
though.
that just
I'm
Yeah.
goes
trying.
to show
I'm
you
trying on another device anyhow.
Nate
Okay.
has everything calculated out. He knows exactly what he's going to say, what he's
Oh
going to
yeah.
do. Oh, he's got it all figured out. He's like,
Oh
I want to
yeah.
be banished from this store forever. So
Your wife has a lot of
Yes,
patience.
sir.
She has a lot of patience.
It's
That
a
lady
plot.
looked at
Here we
me.
go.
She didn't
I'm
know
in the
how to
waiting
answer
room.
that question. My wife said, "Yeah, that's that bull. That's that bullshit. Don't
Shit.
pay him no attention."
she was like, just go outside. You're like, sweet.
Yeah.
All right, now I can go outside and trade on my phone.
That is crazy.
Yes, sir.
Listen, Nate just doesn't give you investing or trading advice. He also gives you life advice. So listen up,
Yes,
people.
sir.
Marital
Mark
advice.
Mark can do that.
Marital.
Mark been married long as I have.
Hygienic advice,
Longer.
marital, you name
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
43,
Mark. Yeah, see that?
40, 42.
Yeah, I got 36.
Wow.
So Mark been married a long time. Yeah.
I got 30.
Well, I've been
Yes,
married 4
dear.
times. Does that count?
Yeah, a lot of yes, dear.
Christine, I was waiting for you to say something like that.
Wait a minute, Christina. We
That's
ain't talking. We ain't talking about married to the bottle now. We talking about an individual.
I ain't married to no bottle. I told you I wasn't married to the guys I was married to, though, they were married to the bottle. That was the problem. That's why we needed a divorce, both of them. Yep. 2.5 of them.
I ain't married to no bottle.
Oh Lord, y'all crazy. All right, but
I love this
I
group.
see y'all in the morning, man.
All right, Nate.
All right.
Have a
All
good
right,
night.
Nate.
All right.
Hi, Nate.
All
Right.
right. Bye.
Thanks for
luck.
everything again, Nate.
All righty.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Good luck. Yep.
Yeah, man. Good luck with the chicken.
We got
All right.
Hey, follow the first plan, Nate. Don't you?
Oh man.
He's a
I'll
trip.
be right back, guys.
All
So
Yes.
how'd you end up? What was your final figure, Christina, on your Nvidia you was playing all day?
Well, see, that's the thing. Nvidia wasn't it was the main one I made money on. I haven't totaled it out yet to separate them, but I made 3,000 in total. 2 of it was Nvidia.
Good.
Oh no, actually no, I'm sorry. It was about 1,200 of it was Nvidia. Yeah, the rest was
Okay.
because I realized it wasn't. I'm thinking of the whole figure, not the what I made. Because I know the whole figure is kind of, but I gotta go and look at. Yeah, I gotta add them up. But in Robinhood, it was just over $3,000. I just don't know which ones made what. I know Nvidia made the most, but it didn't make. I mean, it wasn't the total of it. So my other trades, I don't even know what they were anymore. I gotta go back and look because I don't remember.
Christina loves you love calling yourself out every when you do stuff.
I told
It is
y'all
what
she
it
don't
is.
journal.
But, and
I told
that's
y'all
great.
she don't journal.
You know what though? That's great because that helps everybody else learn.
Well, you
All right,
got to,
so
because
Yeah.
if not,
Hey, hold up.
I can't remember shit as it is. To try and lie and remember it, forget about that. I can't.
All right.
I got a public service announcement. Ed,
Public service announcement.
please don't cut us off. All right? We want you up
Uh-oh,
here.
Ralph.
All right?
Ooh,
We just want to
There's
start
your
it off
boy.
right.
I was just
talking to me?
about
Clear
to
the
type
air.
to you on X. Don't
We
go
want
off because that's
you
your
to
boy.
be
I know
here,
that's your
right?
boy.
I thought you
We
were talking to
don't
me.
want confusion. All right? So we
Right.
know it's a delay. All right? So just if you could, please. All right? Don't cut us off. If you need it, it's easy. Like you want to talk right now. So go ahead. Go ahead. Say something.
Something.
There you go.
Okay, you see how I waited on
I
you
thought
to
he was
get
talking to me
finished?
because I'm the one who always cuts people off. I can't help
You see
Yeah.
how I waited on you to get finished, right?
Yeah.
Right? Now I'm finished. Now you go ahead.
Ralph.
No, I'm good. I'm done. I was just saying, about Christina calling herself out. That's all.
Yeah.
I want you to not talk. All right? We don't want you to not talk.
No, I got
All right,
you.
that's
I
not
got you.
it. All right. All right.
Bucket, please
There you go.
rescue us from this awkward moment.
It's not awkward.
Bucket,
I
It is for us.
no, I see, and that's the thing. I love when Ralph calls me out like that because he seems to be the only one that's like, Ed, shut up. People
I've
always gonna
said
shut
that
up.
to you before.
But I
All-
probably
all
haven't
these-
heard you because Ralph's just like,
Overtalked me saying it because Ralph can talk.
Met a new high. Met a new high.
Oh, all right, Nana.
That's my new low.
Hey, don't
That's
feel-
my
And
new
I know
low.
every day.
Don't feel bad. They've all yelled at me too.
no, hey,
Oh,
I get it.
Mark
I
talks up
completely
and
understand.
over. He gets
Yeah.
louder when someone tries to talk. He gets louder.
Yeah, it's such a joke, Mark. I'm telling you. Mark has that megaphone voice.
Yeah.
I
We all have our
can prob-
things.
We all have our quirks.
We can't help it.
I don't
I have
answer
no
messages. I leave my mic open.
You are terrible
I mean,
like that. You don't. You're
I don't
terrible.
have quirks.
Oh, I lost my screen.
I'm
I
quirkless.
can't help it. I'm a baby
shit.
boomer and I'm a child of the 70s. So
I'm
I am
Italian
too,
from the
but-
East Coast, so I'm a loudmouth. I can't help it. I mean, I
Me-
can try. but I
Me
forget.
too,
Friggin'
Christina.
angel.
Me too.
Oh well.
So who else made money today? Bucket, how'd you do today?
You know, Bucket did.
Oh
that
yeah.
guy never makes
Oh,
any
yeah.
money. He loses all the time.
I'm just.
Yeah.
I just sat there and listened to you all praise the stock I've been trading for 4 weeks today.
Nvidia, baby.
It's
I've
been
been
longer
trading
than
it
4
too.
weeks.
I've been trading it
You've been
too.
trading Nvidia for a minute.
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah,
trading it. I
yeah.
love Nvidia. I love it when
Yeah.
it goes up. I love it when it goes down, as long as I'm at the top of that and I'm riding it down. But when it goes down, when I'm in it, that's when we have a fight. That's when I don't like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she was a temperamental lady this week. Monday
Yeah, she
was
was.
okay. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, she played with everybody's emotions, and she
Mhm.
paid everybody out today. So
Yeah.
that was really
It
nice.
was
got
like
the
her
beat down.
saying, "I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Here you go.
I'm sorry. Here you go.
Yeah,
There
and
you
you know
go.
why? You know why she said sorry?
Here you go, guys."
You know why
Why?
she said sorry? Because when
Why?
she hit 800 last night before close, I put in a put. I was like, I'm putting this thing.
Me too.
Okay.
Okay,
ready
and then
today.
what happens in the aftermarket? It goes from
It went
800
up.
to 810.
Hmm.
You know, and this morning it takes off. Little.
Little
Beyond.
I use cuss words right now, but I'm not going to.
So
can.
Bucket. So
I
I
finished
actually
it for you.
yeah. So I actually got it when it took that big dip down, like right after that first candle or second candle
Yeah.
up. When it went down, I got out of those puts and then played calls all day and sat in those.
Yeah, exactly. I got out. I had 2 puts. I got out of one. I let one ride, but I was heavy into calls. That's why, if I didn't have the puts, it'd have been
Late.
extremely well, but it was okay. It was a good day. Not going to complain. Hopefully she'll be ready on Monday again. So I'm good. And then Apple
She needs to lower her
is a
prices,
money-making machine the way it's running right now.
Yes, sir.
I am telling you guys, take a little look at Apple. In around lunchtime, she dips down to the low of the day. And the 3 out of 5 days this week, I had 100 contracts. No, I had 50 yesterday. I had 65 today.
Oof. I want to do
What?
that so bad. I want to do that
Wow.
so bad. I can't wait.
But and
At
then
the
just
low point around lunchtime. Now I'd had to DCA. They weren't all at the low. I was going to the bottom, but you knew there was a demand zone down there. You knew it was going to stop there, and it wasn't going to bleed from 170, whatever it was, 8, much lower.
Tell me how you do that dollar cost averaging, because I think I'm doing it, but I'm not sure if I'm doing it good enough or right. I just buy in, I just buy a little bit at a time, lower. Huh?
before you get into that, just listen to David talk in the chat throughout the day about Apple, where it is, where it's going, where the consolidation points are. And you will.
Who's echoing?
I think that's
Yeah,
me.
somebody got an echo and going.
Not me.
Yeah, that's me. I think.
I'm not on my phone, so I know I'm doing okay. I'm on an iPad.
Go earlier in the day, Dawn.
Because
Okay.
it sounds like
No damn glasses.
How's that?
the echo.
Okay, so here's the start of that.
All right. So
Everybody
maybe
do
it's
me a
not
favor, mute their mics.
Okay.
Okay. So one by one, open them up.
I'm up.
All right. Hello. Go ahead.
I'm up.
Hello. Go ahead. Hello.
Here I am. Is it me?
Yeah.
God damn it. Are you kidding me?
No, it doesn't
I'm on my
surprise
mother's
us.
iPad. I thought that, not even one of my devices. What the hell? Fungal. What am I going to do?
Christina, just
It's
close
okay.
Turn
the
off,
I'll go
turn the
downstairs
YouTube
to my
off.
computer. That'll be better. I'll check your waiting room in a minute. So I'll be
Okay.
there. Okay.
So,
Bye.
so Dawn, if you see the bottom, go ahead and scroll down. So at that first bottom, let's not call it a bottom, but the bottom before the bottom is when I
This one?
first got in. No,
Okay,
no,
okay, hold
go
on.
over,
Okay,
work to
we
the right.
still
Christina.
echoing for some
No,
reason.
no.
Man.
Okay.
Okay,
There we
go
go.
to the deepest bottom.
Right here?
Yeah, now go up one and to the left, right there. Right there. That's when I got in with 10 contracts. The reason I did is there's a huge demand zone there. As you can see, it hit it there and it hit it there, and it wouldn't go down anymore for a while. Then it shot up a little bit, and then it went down to the bottom, and that's when I bought into the other 50 contracts right there
So you
at
got,
that bottom.
okay, and then you there. Wow.
Right. And then I
Okay,
rode
so
that
wait a
up.
minute. You got in here in a call?
No. Next
In a
one
put.
over. No, keep going down to the right, up to the left, right there. In that, right down here, the one right below VWAP. Right in there. See that blue candle? Right in the center of that downspout. Yeah.
Okay, right in here.
So the reason is Coach tells us about resistance lines, and there was a resistance line down there. But the nice thing about it is that resistance line has not been touched in a month. So that's going to have strong resistance because it had, the stock hasn't been down here. The stock's been up in these other areas. So if you go to the exact time frame yesterday, you will find that first bottom is where it bottomed out yesterday, which is quite interesting, right? So right around 178, if you go to yesterday, I'm sorry, no, not 178. Yeah. So yesterday at lunchtime, it bottomed out here, and I rode that one up.
This is yesterday.
This is yesterday.
So it looks like that over here as well, right?
Yes. Yeah. And I got in at the lunchtime dip and rode it up, rode it down, rode it up, rode it down, rode it up, cashed out of that. That was 50 contracts. So made good coin on that, made great coin today on Apple. And then you can scroll back earlier in the week and it did it again. Here it is again. Okay. And by the way, if you want to try
Wednesday. Holy shit, look at that. Here it is.
Hold on. Now go to the day before that. Look what happened there. Boom.
Wow.
Almost
right on point.
every day.
Mitch always said that.
So,
Two
Bucket,
great moves.
So Bucket, this is a great point that you brought up because I wanted to bring this up too. So Tesla did the same thing, and I hit it with shares a couple of times. But to the point that I'm trying to make is, even if you got like a job, you can't afford to be where you don't have the you can't be on the charts all the time. You still can trade this type of way right here, right? So Coach always do a support and resistance lines, and then at the top he'll put the gold ones in the bottom. At the bottom he put the gold ones down there, right around the edges, with the buy at support and sell at resistance. So this is a good thing to do, and a lot of people like to put pending orders, and I like what you did, Bucket, because whenever you saw it got down there, you ain't just get 100 contracts and go all in. You got in with 10 first, and then whenever it came down and it went back up, you put the rest of the position on. Perfect use of the Danny toe, right? And the reason for that is because that's the way if it just starts shooting up, you don't miss the move. You already got a good price. And so what I look is the drop below support and then back up. The reason why I'm doing that is like Bucket said, the area ain't been touched in a long time. So it's probably just plenty orders and stop losses and everything waiting to get executed right there. And as soon as that happens, it pushes the market back up. Boom. You're gonna right?
Right.
So
and it was
you can't afford
that's
to be
exactly
there.
what I did. I went in with my Danny DeVito. Now look, these contracts are only $1, so $100 a contract, right? So I mean, we're not casting aspersions, but that was only $1,000. and you say only 1,000. Remember, one NVIDIA contract costs $4,000. Okay,
There you go.
Yeah.
you know, I could get 10 contracts at $1,000, and then when it dropped, I was down like $350. And when I saw that resistance line or support line, when that support line got touched, and it has not been touched in months,
Mm-hmm.
Talking about
it was
NVIDIA?
going to do something.
Apple.
And
Oh.
Apple did what Apple did, which is
Yeah.
just stay there for a while and then start shooting up and drive up. And
Mm-hmm.
that was easy. I mean, as soon as it left that area, I mean, it wasn't coming back.
That's it. Explosives move to the upside.
And look at that. It looked like NVIDIA did today. Straight up. Not a whole lot of dipping.
Yeah.
But
Correct.
the difference is, go ahead, Ralph.
What Bucket used with the Danny told us, I say do the same thing. So if you're kind of nervous about that, another strategy you can take is a price alert, right? So say like if you ain't even around and you ain't paying attention, put the price alert down there, right? Because the reason why I say that is because, okay, Bucket ended with the 10. I would have got in with the Danny told. That's a risk that we willing to take, right? Because that thing could have absolutely just grabbed our order and just drug us on down with it. But I mean, shit, if it's Apple, that's something that I want. Hey, they're not gonna go bad if it's shares. If it's contracts, depending on how long you planned out to go in, you still got time, right? But what I'm trying to say here is you could put the price alert and it'll serve the same purpose as the 10 shares or 10 contracts that he got in the beginning. And then once it start move up, what you got? Evo signal. Go on and get in. You know what I mean? But the price alert is going to bring you there and just, you just sit there and wait to see if it's going to reclaim the support. Once it reclaims the support, you should have a trading signal. With the 2-minute Evo, you probably get the signal before it reclaims the support, And that way you can get in on the move.
Absolutely. And the thing about it is what you were saying there is the great thing, just to let you know, those $1, because of the strong negative move all morning, where I think David said he made 200% on his contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was dropping the whole morning. Anytime it started dropping again, those calls were so cheap. You're not going to believe this. Those calls were 2 weeks out, March 15th, and they were $1. And they were at the money. That's how cheap these contracts were. Because it kept going down, no one was buying these calls. They were like, no, this thing. But when have you seen Apple literally fall off a cliff and just keep falling off a cliff?
Never.
So my analysis part of this was, look, worst case scenario, I dollar cost averaged my contracts down. So any move even back to that support, I'm close to break even, right? That was my thinking. And then when it started going up, I was like, okay, I'll shave 5 here, I'll shave 5 there, I'll shave 5 there, I'll shave 5 there. At VWAP shaved another 5, but I could shave 5 all day, right? So because we had the historical trend of Apple for the week, plus that this zone has not been touched in months, I knew, because we were only in that zone a short time 4 months ago, that there were still unfilled orders, or let's just say a lot of demand at that. Look, worst case scenario goes up. But like Ralph said, there's another resistance below that, which is about $2 more below it. So then I'm going, what does Coach teach us? Coach teaches us a stock's going to move about 3 to 4% a day.
There's
right?
the line too.
Yeah, there you go. So what does Coach teach you? 3 to 4% a day. At the very bottom of that was 3.5% for Apple. So I take all these factors in, going, okay, Coach is right, and you never see Apple move more than 3 to 4%. I'm in, and that's what gave me the confidence, plus the recorded history for the week. It was like, yeah, I'm good. And like I said, those first 10 plus the next ones were even cheaper than $1. knowing the fact that I could have 60 contracts of Apple for the same as 2 NVIDIA contracts. Okay? 60 contracts. I'll say it again. 60 contracts of Apple at that bottom today was the equivalent of 2 contracts of NVIDIA at the money today at open. I mean, come on. Man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
So,
and that's the thing though too, is that people got to realize that, Nvidia moves in dollar increments when it goes up and down. Apple moves in cents, right? So Apple moves a lot slower than Nvidia. So if you're going to be in Nvidia, you need to be on your game and ready to execute and know your mechanics and be able to get in and get out. Unless you're playing, like Coach always says, if you're going to hold it for a long term, year out at least, or go as far out as you can if you're holding it long term. But if you're scalping Nvidia, you need to be on your, like, you can't walk away from the screen when it's moving because it moves in dollar increments.
and to
Whereas
add to
Apple,
what you said, Ed, if that's going to happen, if you're going to scalp NVIDIA and you're going to move your stops, realize in Webull it is unlikely that your stop is going to be your stop price.
yeah,
Because it moves so dramatically, it's going to move through that stop and then do a market order, and it's going to be whatever it is. And if it's a big red candle, y'all, it could be anywhere in that candle.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
As a matter of course for NVIDIA, unless it's dramatic, I don't put stops in. Well, I put stops in, but they're not stops to capture my profit. I put profit limits. I take profits on NVIDIA because I know I'm going to get my price, right? So to give you an example, it's a lot like what Nate does in the pre-market. So he has a defined price he's willing to take. When he sees that it's, let's say, the volume slowing down or he doesn't think it's going to reach it, what does he do? He grabs his take profit and drags it down to cash out. But he's getting that price, right? And he's doing it at the time that the candle's not plummeting down. He's doing it so that he gets close to his price. I'll be honest, that's how I play NVIDIA.
Yeah.
I do put the stop down there so I don't get gutted, but I use take profit as my means to capture profit. Because I've 3 days ago on NVIDIA, I had a stop where I should have gained $1.50 a contract. And when it settled, I got $1. I lost 33% of the gain on that stop. And I'm done. I'm not doing that. I'm not giving my money to Webull. So obviously, new traders, make sure your stops, move your stops up. Just be cognizant that what a stop does is when it hits, it goes to a market order, and whatever that candle's doing, that's what it's doing. But please protect yourselves.
And again, for brand new traders, you shouldn't be scalping, period. That's like, and this is more of a, for people who've been trading for quite a while. But like what you were saying, Bucket, I don't use, especially when I'm trading NVIDIA, when I'm scalping NVIDIA, I don't even use a stop. I won't scalp it. And this is what hurt me yesterday, because I'm usually sitting in front, whenever I want to scalp NVIDIA, I am sitting in front of my computer. It just so happened that at like 4:58 yesterday or 3:58 yesterday, I got a phone call for work. And I got stuck on the phone call longer than I thought. And when I came back, I realized I looked it down and it was like, oh shit, it's about to be 4:00. And I went to hit the submit, because what I do is once I buy an option in NVIDIA, right away I bring up the sell, in order, and I'm sitting there waiting, ready to hit it to collect profit or just to minimize loss. And I didn't. I missed it. I just missed it. Like I clicked it and I looked up and it didn't fill, and I was up like 10 grand. And I'm like, I know what's going to happen to, like, I know what's going to happen tomorrow. As soon as I wake up, as soon as, aftermarket, and sure enough, aftermarket, it started creeping back up and back up and back up. And then
your put didn't, my Webull put did not fill yesterday either. And it was well within the money. And right. I'm sure they're just going to say, "Oh, time ran out." I already know.
And then, and that's, that's fine. That that was my fault because I lost focus for just, and that's the thing. If you're scalping, especially something like Nvidia or Tesla or SPY, you cannot lose focus for a second. If you lose focus for a second, look what happened to Coach earlier. He lost focus for a second in that one trade, and it cost him, about what was it, $350 or $3,500? I don't remember what the amount was, but you can't. If you're scalping, you cannot lose focus for 1 second. You have
And
to
I
be
will
focused
say,
and ready to go.
point, Edward, if you're new to trading and this is like your first month or two, you should not be in Nvidia anyway.
Right,
You
exactly.
shouldn't be in Tesla. You
100%.
shouldn't even be in Netflix.
Nope.
Okay. The volatility of those stocks are not to be trifled with. And if you're a stop creeper and you get nervous, you're going to stop out all the time and just start losing money. Do not.
I want to.
I recommend SMCI.
Yeah, SMCI, good thing. I mean,
Apple, Carnival Cruise Lines.
Yeah, Apple, Carnival Cruise Lines, Uber,
Soxel,
Ford, Affirm, all the ones people talk about that they follow. I mean, you start yourselves with that. I mean, you go into an Nvidia or a Tesla or any of those. I mean, y'all, you have to be prepared to see minus 400 before you see plus 300. And that can occur in 17 seconds. It could be minus 400 and plus 300 in literally 17 seconds. It doesn't even take a full candle.
Less than that.
And that gets on you. But anyway, enough about that. So yeah, Nvidia was fun today for everybody. I'm glad. I hope Nvidia gets a good weekend's rest because I expect a nice run again Monday. So hopefully that's good. So yeah, Diesel Dan said he was down 350 in Nvidia before he made all of his money. So that's good. Mark McSee said 42 for me plus dated 2 years in high school. Is that how long you've been with Christina?
Okay. What?
But
no.
I was down 1,200 all week long, waiting for Nvidia to come back. And hoping to God it was today because today was my.
What the hell do you mean you were down 1,200 all week? What were you doing holding?
Oh my God,
Nvidia?
not again. Here
We're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, I was going to say you weren't here. You weren't here
I didn't
during
follow
that
rules,
fiasco.
and I was that.
No, there was a gentleman this week at lunchtime when I did get to come in that had held on to contracts that expired today for like a week. That's a little crazy, right?
Well,
I mean, the amount of theta getting is just going to get at you every day.
No, but
okay, well, great. I'm glad you did okay.
I got lucky, and I got it all back.
Good.
And then
We don't have to redo it if you guys already did it.
We ain't doing that again. I will pull out as soon as I start losing. I won't do it again.
Good.
I just kept
Good job,
watching it go down.
Christina.
Yeah, no more.
Awesome diamond hands. Have another cookie greenish milkshake with your smoke.
Cookie dough.
Very healthy bucket. Thank you.
Yep. Hey, I had a salad today for lunch.
My God.
Nice.
What's your body saying to you?
Wash it down with a cheeseburger. Yeah.
What kind of salad was it, Bucky?
Actually, I didn't wash it down with a cheeseburger. I washed it down with a submarine sandwich.
Ah.
I knew Bucky was going to have something to mess it up.
Yeah.
I know, guys. Seriously. Listen.
You said I had a salad today and washed it down with a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be some kind of joke with it. I knew it.
At least it wasn't hot dogs.
I listen, right? All y'all right, but there's one thing that I've been hearing, like the scout guys. If you nervous about getting in, you ain't comfortable, you probably shouldn't be scalping. That's just number one, right?
Right.
Until I got on mute.
Exactly.
You should. Okay, let me just ask a question. What is the difference between a 50% stop loss and having no stop loss at all? The 50% stop loss, when you walk away, you'll have half of your damn money. Okay? Yeah. Right? So at least if you scared that, or if I use 25 to 40%, price is going to get my stop, just go out wider with it.
That's my problem. I'm
That's
not
all.
You
scared.
know
Just go out
something?
wider with
I'm
it.
not
I got
scared.
you,
I
Ralph.
get in.
I got you, Ralph. Ralph's
Yes.
making a really good point. Listen,
He
Great
is.
if
point.
you're gonna
Great point.
if you're not gonna have a stop loss, the worst case scenario, you're willing to say I'm willing to lose 100% by not having any at all.
Yep.
Right.
So 50% is a walk in the park.
Yeah.
You
so
know what
if
I
you're
mean?
not
Because
all or
most
nothing,
people
don't
would
do it.
say, right? Because most people would say, well, 50%, damn, what are you doing? That's a
All's
big.
a lot
Well,
more than
look
that.
what happens when you have nothing. You're
Right.
willing to give up 100%. So yeah, I see that, Ralph. You might as well set
Well,
the
then
50% because worst case scenario, you walk away with 50% of what you had
Yep.
instead of
Yeah.
zero.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard
If you're not
Bucket
an all or
talking.
nothing person, don't do it. Just don't do it. You got to be
Don't
committed to
do
that.
it.
I'm gonna lose it all.
You don't have the
You gotta
discipline.
know you're gonna lose it all.
I,
That's it.
I heard
So
Bucket.
everybody
His
should
discipline
minimal
need up
use
to
of
use.
50%. Everybody that's using no stop loss, you should start at least putting 50% in.
At least.
Yeah.
It's the same.
You should at least start doing 50%.
Yeah. I will
Because
from now on.
that's almost like having no stop. Because I don't care how big the candle is.
Yeah.
Is it going to drop 50? And if it does, you would want that stop, really.
Yeah, and
Because
that's
then you don't
Yeah.
have to fight from the way
for
back.
me, Dawn, what I do, it usually comes in at about 55% is where my
Mhm.
stop is.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I am no longer only on Mondays with NVIDIA, and this is not coach's rule. Monday and Tuesday morning is the only time I will trade NVIDIA same week contracts. So starting Tuesday at lunchtime, I'm either on Tuesdays, I'll go one week out, meaning this Friday plus a Friday, so 10 trading days, or I will go 2 weeks. And the reason I'm doing that is because, yes, they are much more expensive. And yes, my percentage gain on my if my trade's going well, the percentage gain is not as much. But for me, my lane is more comfort. Because NVIDIA is so erratic, if I'm a week out or 2 weeks or 3 weeks out, I always have that in my head just to go, hey, you know what? It may not go my way today, but I know this stock is going to be at this price or higher tomorrow or the next day, unless something like that, right? So for me, I go longer out. It costs me more, but I don't get nervous with those huge ups and downs because I know ultimately I think where NVIDIA is comfortable. And because it was in the 770s and 780s, which was last week's close, when it had its earnings, I knew it would go up eventually, right? So, but like you said, I still had my entire thesis is wrong. I'm going to lose half my money on this. The great news is when you do 2 weeks out for NVIDIA and you're paying the more expensive contracts, for that contract to actually get to 50%, the stock price has to go from like 770 to 650 in that week. Obviously, as we get closer in the theta burn and all that. So that is why I've been playing on that. It makes me feel comfortable. And that is actually why I did Apple that way yesterday. And Mark VBRRBRBO, whatever.
Mancini.
He made the mistake of doing the same week. I was like, look, Apple's at its bottom. I got a week. I'll buy these now. It's not going to stay down there, right? Yeah, it costs me more. I got less contracts, but I cashed for darn sure.
I had an 8:05 call, and it had to get up to 8:13 today for me to break even. So
okay,
and we were in the sevens, so that was a long way to go. So it went hard today.
But again, that goes back to again what Coach always said: know the stock that you're investing in, know the company, know how it moves in and out each day. Again, NVIDIA is not for beginners. NVIDIA is more of a seasoned trader type trade because it moves so quick, so fast. And then you also have to know your mechanics. How do you get in? How do you get out? How can you execute it as quickly as possible so that you're not getting held? Again, I thought I was awesome. I thought I was good with everything going into yesterday, but then again, at 3:58, I get a phone call and you're on the phone call and you think you're only on the phone call for 30 seconds, and you turn around and you look at the clock and it's 4 o'clock, and then you try, hitting the execute button and it's too late. So you have to be, if you're going to be involved in anything like an NVIDIA or a Tesla or SPY or something that moves so fast, you cannot lose focus for 10 seconds. If you do, it's going to cost you.
Keep that phone on do not disturb.
Exactly.
That's what I got to do.
So what was the problem? Like what happened, Ed?
So yesterday, Ralph, what happened for me?
Did wrong?
No, so I know what I did wrong yesterday. Number one, I didn't have a stop in because, like I said, I was playing the NVIDIA.
Right. So that's a big no.
That's
no
a big.
stop.
That's no. I know, but when I'm scalping, I don't use the stops because I'm usually focused on my computer and watching the screen. So yes, that was number one.
That's a rule. That's a rule that you broke.
That was number one rule
that's
breaker.
That's a rule that you needed. That's a rule that you need to change.
Absolutely.
Even though you scalping, you need to have a stop.
Absolutely. Second was, I was playing the, all of this week, NVIDIA has been going either up, down, working its way up or whatever. But at the end of the day, it was dumping. So in the last 5 minutes, I played a put. I actually had 20 puts, 20 put options on NVIDIA. And
okay, so let me ask you this: what happens at the end of the day? Let's say the last hour. What is it called? What we call
what?
That?
Power hour.
What do we call the last hour of the day? Okay,
power hour.
What is significant about power hour?
It's volatile.
Particularly
it's the most volatile time of the day. It's the most volatile time of the day.
So shouldn't you treat that time of the day as the beginning of the market?
But here's the thing, Ralph. I was right, and at the end of the day, if I would have been able to get those puts sold at the end of the day, I would have been up 10 grand yesterday. The thing that got me was I got a phone call for work right at about 3:58, and I got on the call, and I had everything set up ready to go, and I got busy with the call, and as soon as I hung up, I looked and I'm like, oh shit, it's almost 4 o'clock. I hit execute.
The point that I'm trying to make here is
you have to be prepared.
We can't point the finger at the phone call.
No, I got you. It was my fault. I said it last night on here.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We just gotta, be more prepared, right? If the phone rings, you're in the trade.
1,000%.
You entered the trade, and you was up. You was right, but we all know that was a dangerous thing to do.
It was right? Extremely dangerous, but I thought I was, and again, I said it last night. Maybe I got a little too cocky, thinking that I was, finally, in that zone, and I said it here. It's probably going to cost me when I wake up in the morning, and it did. So I started the day down pretty heftily, but I ended the day, up about 7 grand today playing NVIDIA calls. So it all worked out in the end, but that is a lesson of what not to do. You have to, if you're going to, and that's what I was trying to say. If you're going to scalp, especially if you're going to scalp, you cannot be unless you put, so let me rephrase that. Following coach's rules, you should always have your stop loss in.
There you go. That's
I
the most important thing.
That's the most important thing. That's the major rule that I broke. Number 2 is I went in probably a little bit heavier than I probably should have. I probably should have did, maybe 10 contracts instead of what I did. That's another rule. Now, was that going to break my account? No, but again, that's rule number 2 that I probably broke. And then, but you just need to be, and my point was, you just need to, if you're going to scalp, especially, you need to be hyper focused, and you cannot, you just, unless you have a stop loss in place, you cannot leave your computer or phone or whatever device that you are trading.
But Ed, a couple things. Number one, your thesis was right. 9.7 billion with a B dollars came in on that last candle. So I'll be quite honest with both of you. You could talk about stop. This had nothing to do with a stop. It didn't go the wrong way. It went the exact right way. You would never have gotten stopped out. What the problem was is this morning you got stuck with them, right?
Exactly.
But the point is because it didn't go the wrong way and you lost money. The problem is like me, I put in a take profit. Weeble didn't take my profit. It went straight into the aftermarket. And I contacted them and they go, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Yeah. But yeah, stops are very important. But
we're sorry for your inconvenience.
I'll tell you all, I came in last night very quickly. I don't know what went on with Apple, NVIDIA, a couple other stocks that last 5 minutes of the day yesterday. But when I totaled it up, because the engineer in me, I totaled $578 billion between 9 different stocks changed hands in the last 5 minutes of last night's market.
That's nuts.
Wow.
That's what I wanted to talk about too, Bucket.
Huh?
I've heard Coach say this, Bucket. The last 10 minutes of the market is more volatile than any other part of the day. You don't know what's going to happen, right? It's just pretty much like flipping a coin. Just what you just said. How many shares changed hands at the end of the day? The last 10 minutes in particular?
And that's
I can tell you NVIDIA was 9 million in one 1 minute candle.
But that's exactly what Ralph was calling me out on. He said, what is Coach Owen saying about those last $10 million
candle, Ralph?
And I can imagine it's even worse on a Friday.
Apple had over $35 billion change hands in less than 3 minutes.
Damn.
Mark about to go.
I go.
All right, Mark.
I gotta go get the groceries to feed 20 men in the morning. So I'll see you at 11 a.m.
All right, dude.
Bye, Mark.
Have a good night.
Bye, Mark. We're gonna miss you, Mark.
Thanks for hanging out.
Christina.
Bye-bye,
We're gonna
Mark.
miss you, Mark, and blah 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 blah. Mark and Christina.
The point that I'm trying to make here is because I hear it all the time. Because contracts are extremely cheap at this time of day, right? I hear it all the time. Oh, get the Qs. They got $1 contract, and then within 30 minutes, 30 seconds went up, and $1 turned into 1 trillion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It happens because of that time of day, right? It's a lot of imbalance.
Yeah.
It's just unpredictable, right? I mean, your thesis
Other
could be
contracts
one
have
thing.
expired, worthless. That's why other contracts have run out.
Right.
Ran out of money. We get those to buy. Yeah.
Very volatile. Because at first I didn't really think too much of it because I done had trades and then the last I'll be having them didn't get stopped out and this is shares or whatever. And at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, it just went up when it was green. Or as soon as the bell ring, it'll go up. But that last 10 minutes of the doggone market is very dangerous. Like it's really volatile. And I heard Coach say that. And whenever he said it, ever since then, I started looking at the end of the day. And I'm like, everybody be like, if I don't get in the morning and I can't trade, the rest of the day is trash. But at the end of the day, you got just as much volume as the beginning of the day. You don't believe me? Open the chart.
The first half hour and the last 10 minutes. Yep.
Yeah, I don't trade it. I don't trade it unless I'm trying to get out of something, Ralph. Because if you want to, how you talk to some of your friends and you tell them, hey, you're trading in the market and it doesn't matter that you have a coach in your community.
They think we're stupid.
They just tell you you're a gambler, right? Yeah. That's what they. Oh, you're gambling with your money. Mm-hmm. Okay. Those last 10 minutes, it's exactly what you're doing.
Right.
You have no idea, whether it's
like
selling accounts for the day, whether something's going on. I can appreciate someone looking at the last 10 minutes and go, you're a gambler because you just don't know. And like Coach said, you should be out of it by that time.
And
right?
I was actually
also.
I was thinking about that as I was putting that trade in, but I'm like, you know what? It's all week. It's been the last 10 minutes or so. It's been selling off every single day. I'm going to play this play. It's kind of like an intraday lotto, but my whole plan was to sell it before the end of the day. And, you know, again, you get distracted for that little bit of time. And again, that's my fault. It was 100% my fault. It was on me. But that's the difference between being up 10,000 and waking up the next day and being down 10,000.
Look, I once watched Spy. At the end of the day, it was about 3:15. From about 3:15 to 3:25, I watched a Spy contract go from 8 cents to 35 cents, and then back down to 8. So you could have literally, if you got 10 contracts at $80, made $350 in 10 minutes and hurried up and got out.
Or lost it. Either way.
Made it and lost it back because it went right back down to 8 within minutes after that.
By 3:30, it gets at its lowest. It gets low. And that's when they sweep it from you. They take it from you, and then it goes whoop, it goes up. And that's what
like I said at market close yesterday, I was plus 10 grand, 10,500 bucks. I woke up this morning and I was down $10,000.
Oh, I would have puked my brains out.
So we have a question from JC in the chat. How do people get in the money so quick when scalping? I buy mid.
A lot of money.
It seems like I'm waiting a while before it gets green. How in the world do you scalp options with 1 minute candles? JC, before I open it to everybody else, the first thing is I don't know what stock you're talking about. The second is I don't know what time, if you're in the money, out of the money, one in the money, one out of the money. And the third thing you have to be cognizant of is the spread. So if it's for example, a 20-cent spread and the mid's 10 cents, I wouldn't say you want to scalp that. Normally when coaches in SPY, for example, there'll be a penny between the mid, the bid, and the ask. Okay, so all SPY has to do is move a little bit for it starting to be in the money. But if you get into a stock that has a 30-cent spread and you get mid, number one, you're going to wait to even get the mid. And then when it starts moving, if it moves below where you got in and then starts going back up, remember, you may not see that it's going negative or positive. It's just playing close to your midpoint until it actually makes some movement. I'll open it up for the rest of the panel. Sorry.
Well, part of it goes with what I've been saying, and I think I'm going to make this into a t-shirt. Long money can play the short game. Short money has no choice but to play the long game.
That's right.
So when you go in with a lot of contracts or a lot of shares, you can scalp a 1 minute candle and make a shit ton of money. We watch Nate do it all morning, every morning. But when you go in and you're a small account and you think that same movement is going to get you a decent amount of money, unless you're looking to just make $10 or $20, yeah, no, you're not. You got to sit in it. If you want to have big gains, you got to sit in it longer with a little bit of money. You got a lot of money, you can sit in it for a few seconds, be done.
Or you're playing calls in something like NVIDIA, which moves, like we said, dollars at a time, not just cents.
Yeah, so that would be delta too.
So I call it slow scalping.
If you've got a big delta, if you're right at the money or way in the money, then obviously that's going to help it even more.
But again, for those with smaller accounts, you can't afford to do that with.
You have to be the slow scalper. That's what I say. I'm slow scalping because you got to wait it out.
And that's fair. And that's what I said. The delta. If you're in the money, out of the money, when you're at the money, it's supposed to be 0.5. It never is because you have one above and one below. Mm-hmm. But 0.5 is at the money, right? Which means for every dollar the stock moves, your option moves 50 cents. So if your stock moved 10 cents, your option would move 5 cents, half the move of the stock price, right? Now, I'm not going to get into the changing delta as it goes up and all that, but that's the point. So if you're buying a cheaper one, let's say it's a delta of 0.2, that means for every dollar it moves, your option will move 20 cents. So if your stock price moves 10 cents, you've only made a 2-cent gain in the option price. Now you bring Dawn in, you have 100 of those, 100 times 0.2 is $200. Okay. So, you've got to take all those factors, JC, in the money I'm buying, like TSLL.
So JC, I'm gonna just tell you straight up. That says something here, they right. You know what I'm saying? But this coming from somebody that just don't have no money at all, right? I try to start trading as $1 a day. $30 is all I add to an account. You just have to work on your entry. That's it. The entry is going to be the most important thing, and then the exit, right? But you ain't gonna have an exit unless you have an entry, right? So, and don't even worry about all those big gains that they got. What you need to start working on is a strategy. Your entry is the most important thing. If you look at any chart, it's mind-boggling because you're gonna get up in there and it's gonna be real exciting. When you see the candle start to go up, you're gonna enter, and then what's gonna happen? Price drop on you, right? So instead of trying to catch everything that's running, everything gonna have a retest. The entry is what makes the trade, right? So if you wait on that candle to come or you catch it, don't hesitate whenever you see it going up, then you're going to be in before the rest of them. And then whenever they go up, you're going to be moving. Like, okay, we don't move the market, right? So it ain't no amount of money that you can have that's going to make these candles go up anyway. So don't even try to force that or worry about it, right? Pick you one stock, work on the strategy, right? The more you can do it, you're going to get the account is going to get up there. It's not about trying to catch one big trade going up, right? You got to be able to do this every single time. You know what I mean? And then it's hard. It's real hard. What Buffett did today with Apple, that was extremely hard to do, right? Look at the price. If you take that chart and we put it up right now, you zoom back, right, with them scissors or whatever with the replay, you look at what Bucket entered at, you the hell out of it. It take guts, right? Good trades, they hard as hell to take, all right? It's easy to get in that's just going up, but you ain't gonna have the gains. You probably done tried that 1,000 times, and then you just hear people talking about they made thousands of dollars, and you sitting over here barely green on a trade, and you wondering what's happening, right? So study the charts, and then you're gonna have to take some risks. There's gonna be risk involved, right? But after a while of watching these charts, you're gonna start to learn how they move, and sooner or later, if you pick one, don't try to get all of them, right? And just get one to learn how it moves. You're gonna be able to say, okay, well, this thing haven't been going down. I can get in right here, and then I can hold my trade and go up, right? It ain't really about the fast money. Like Dawn is right. Fast money. I don't know how the saying go, but she was right. So if you don't have that, that's not an option for you. So why you worried about it? The only way you're gonna be able to get up or get an account is to do repetitive trades, good trades over and over. All right. So just work on the entry, work on the strategy, and you'll be all right. It's just gonna take time.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you'll get your account big enough to where you can do those kind of trades.
Right.
Okay.
And Christina, thank you for the NVIDIA call out, by the way. I meant to tell you that. That was your call out that made me go to NVIDIA.
Was it really? I was trying to think, what time did I get in? I couldn't remember. I heard you guys talking about it. I'm like, I don't know. So I
when you said NVIDIA's running, and I'm like, okay, because I have been looking at everything, and I'm like, okay, let me go look at NVIDIA.
Yeah, and it kept going. I'm like, it's gonna get new high day again. And
I could hear it in your voice. It's like, okay, I know that sound of yours because you did it in the morning that time when nobody would listen to you on that one stream. You're like, okay, NVIDIA's going though. I'm like, all right, let me go look at that.
I'm gonna leave your asses behind and do it myself
then. When Christina brings something up that Coach is going to get in her ass for, that's probably something you should probably pay a little bit of attention to.
I'm like, I can hear it in her voice. And I
didn't want to interrupt, but I was like, it's hit new high day 3 times since, but
But you call yourself out all the time.
So the last thing, JC, you said you selected TSLL. You need to understand as well, you can't expect drastic moves when the average candle width is 1 or 2 pennies. Okay, so your 1 minute candles, the average true range is about 1 penny to 2 pennies. There's some bigger ones, there's some smaller ones. So that stock itself doesn't have a minute by minute volatility like Tesla itself does. So It's just all in asset classes you pick. You know, if you get into your bid and ask based on what I see here, you could have a 5 to 6 cent spread. And if it's an 8-cent candle, your candle's not going to move it at all. So probably a great discussion to have with Coach, or come into Zoom and we can actually show you live one day, you know, why it just doesn't necessarily pop. Anyway, sorry.
So let
And
me
no,
add
and
let me add
JC,
this to it. Go ahead, man, go ahead.
no, you
I'm
go,
gonna tell
Ralph.
you.
Go ahead.
All right,
You
so
got it.
look, if you trade TSLL, right?
Right.
Those contracts on TSLL, they kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie. You can trade them if that's what you want to
Yeah,
do.
somebody else said
Kinda
that.
You can
suck.
trade them if you want to, right? But I'm gonna tell you, I trade TSLL every day, right? I done tried the contracts and the shares. Family, I do better with the shares, all right? I trade the shares on a daily basis. They ain't nothing but $10 a share. I grab 5, I grab 10, and then guess what happened whenever the price start to go down and Tesla have a down day? You just get TLSS or whatever. They got TSLL and then they got TSLS.
The one that goes opposite.
Both of them,
Q,
yeah, one of them.
TSLQ,
Long and short,
Right, you
long
can
and short,
hedge your
L and
position.
S.
Yeah, so if you just like trading Tesla, just the movement is exactly the same as the real Tesla, right? So what I'm trying to point out here is trade those two stickers right there. One of them gonna be like $10 a share. The other one is like $22 a share, right? And you can just practice these on paper if you don't have the money. You know, I ain't telling you what to buy, right? But you can just practice these two on paper, and then sooner or later you'll be able to get the real Tesla contracts, right? And that's it. You'll be able to know how Tesla move, when it move. I'm telling you, if you pull up Tesla chart right now, you probably
You don't want
have
to do
because you've
Tesla
been trading
way
it.
anyway.
It's been in the channel. I'm talking about. I done hit TSLL 4 times this week. Well, over like the last week or whatever. You
You be
know,
in
they're
Tesla
just
and you be
coming.
like, "Oh, I'm doing good, I'm doing good," and all of a sudden, boom, it catches you.
Yeah.
Tesla.
Yes, the Tesla is really volatile. But
Mhm.
TSLL, that's them training wheels right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the contracts,
and
they're
again,
not
that's one of
so
those.
good. You know?
That's one of those stocks that moves dollars at a time, not cents at a time. But
Yeah.
JC, listen, if you have, I don't know what your work schedule's like, but if you can get in here in the morning and you can listen to, Nate and Ralph and Mark McSee and all,
You don't want to listen to me.
all these people that, well, whoever's in here.
You don't want to hear
Christina,
me.
you're not always in here. You're not always in there at
Not
4
when I'm
a.m.
sleeping, though. I sleep sometimes
But I'm
once a
saying,
week.
but if you can get in there early and listen to the stuff that Nate tells you, you can turn a $500 account, $100 account, $300 account. You can turn that into something by listening to what he tells you in the early morning, just trading pre-market stuff.
Nate did it.
And
He
then,
did it.
and then once you get that foundation, then you can move into others. Like Nate will tell you himself, like he doesn't understand options
I
yet.
don't know what I'm doing.
He trades shares, and he's made over $3 million doing it. So, and he started with what,
I think he's at
$500?
$4 million now, isn't he? Yeah.
All right, but he started with a $500 account in
he
here,
did.
so I mean it's doable, JC. So if anything,
Yeah, but
if
let's clear that up though, because
Yeah, that's what
everybody
I was
keeps
about
saying,
to say, though.
yeah, he didn't take 500 to
Yeah.
no million.
no,
Right.
and
listen.
I know
took
that.
500 to 1,500 and
Right.
said, okay, I think I got the process down. I'm consistent.
So then he added more
Then
money.
he went and put the
But you got to step
25,000
up.
in,
You got
right?
to slow
Right.
steps.
Okay, and then another thing you got to point out is
hits.
Nate is a very good trader, and he's been doing this for a while. The pre-market
Right.
is really dangerous. You don't have no stops. If you're a new trader, you might want to come in and just listen and learn before you
And
do
he's
anything.
constantly studying.
Those shares
and that
is dangerous.
and
Okay,
that's what
you don't have no protective stop. Hold on. You ain't got no protective stop, right? This can rip your face off harder than options. All right, it will have something to protect you. You got to be really fast. Like listen, it ain't no easy way around trading. It's just gonna take time.
Nope.
All right, that's all it's gonna take. It's no shortcuts. I don't care if you trading pre-market shares. I don't care. Regular shares trading is not something that you
There's
can
no little
just see
secret to
somebody
get
else
around all the
do.
things.
Yeah, and start doing it.
You gotta
Everybody's
do the
gonna be
work.
different. It's gonna
Well,
have to take time. That's all. You know, I don't
and
want
Ralph,
to make it seem
that's
like
what I
it's a
meant.
cakewalk.
I didn't mean come in here and start trading with Nate. I meant come in here and listen to what we talk about in the pre-market.
Yeah, you said that.
Because
You said that.
Yeah, you did.
yeah,
You
because
did.
a lot of
Yeah.
Yeah.
because a lot of times what happens is people join the group, and like Coach always says, like whether they're paid members or whether they just listen to his free stuff on one of the many channels that he has, as soon as he leaves, they leave. And what they miss out on is the knowledge of the people who are still here, whether it's pre-market or aftermarket. And they miss out on so much because yes, when you are on here with Coach, he is a 30-year professional and he trains us and he wants the best for us. And he does everything he can to make us successful. But we all do that for each other before and after Coach
We
is
learn
here.
from him and then we have our
So-
own spin on it. So there's so many
Exactly.
different people, like so many different ways
Exactly.
and opinions and everything. You can identify
So
with
you-
something.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying jump in here and start trading with Nate. I'm saying listen to what Nate is telling you.
Right.
Listen to what
Yeah,
Ralph
yeah,
is
I get
telling
it.
you. Listen to what Bucket is telling you. Listen,
Yeah, I get it.
there's so much. There's a wealth of knowledge in here.
It all stems from Coach. You know,
Yeah.
but there's just a
That
lot.
was my
Yeah,
point.
it all stems from Coach.
Oh,
Yeah.
But he's just one person. So when you stay with everybody, you get so much. It's so
So
much.
JC had mentioned he has a decent size account. JC, that's a decent size account. And he says he can't wait to be able to afford VIP Gold. And I've heard this all week. People getting excited and want to be in VIP Gold because of all the great things you've been talking about. Dawn, I want to point something out that Bruno said last week in Zoom, and I don't think a lot of people picked up on it, which is people that aren't in VIP Gold yet, and I guess you guys you have all these tracking numbers. When people join, it is rare that they go through all the training material available to them before they even get to VIP Gold.
They don't.
And my point is I'm excited. I'm glad everybody wants to get to VIP Gold. But my first question to ask you is, as whatever the first paid membership is, I don't know what it's called, Don. Did you go through every video? And I mean literally every video. Did you go through all of his reading material? The ones you didn't understand, did you earmark and go back and try them again and then ask questions about them? Because I know when I first came with Dawn and you had your other show, the very first time I met you and the crew at your other show, I mean, I literally for 2 weeks and on the paid side didn't even trade. I didn't even have the account yet because I kept going through it and just listening to you all about what you're doing, how you're doing it. And I am one that can say I went through every one of his videos because it took me. And if you tell me you did it in a weekend, you're lying. You
Yeah, that's
can't.
bullshit.
Because you
You
can't.
do it.
There's not enough time in the weekend to do that.
Yeah, there isn't.
Especially if you're getting on now.
Yeah,
'cause
I mean,
otherwise-
you can't. And it literally took me spending 6 hours every day, including the weekends. I was doing it at night when I came home from work to go through every one of those videos, and then I would star the ones that I had to go back to. So all I'm saying is, and I know you want to get up as fast as possible, but there's a lot to learn, and you can be successful prior to getting your gold membership because there's resources and this community, which has no value because you cannot, it's priceless, right? You've got all these people willing to help you. Make sure you watch the videos, take down your notes, read the material. Once, not every week now, because I'd be lying, about every other week, I'll go back in and look at all the things Coach posted on candlestick patterns. And now that Bruno just did a video on it, I will watch that video just to refresh my memory on, okay, what is a bullish engulfing, what's a morning star, what's a doji, what's a grave digger, all these kind of things. And now we have to explaining penance and the cups and handles and all this kind of stuff.
Ascending triangles and
Exactly.
Right.
It's there for you to learn, but don't use the next membership level as a crux. It's great, and we all want you to get there, but please realize all the volume of material before you get there is there, but you're in charge of it. We can't force you to do it. So,
and that's the basis of the knowledge that you need to go into those things.
Right, and because here's the thing, VIP Gold is you're gonna go in there if you don't do the basics on your own. You're going to be lost when you get into VIP Gold. The only thing VIP Gold does is it adds to that basic. You know what I mean? Don't spend the money and then turn around, because a lot of people will do that and say, well, I didn't get shit out of it. I don't understand what's going on. They get in there thinking that the VIP Gold is going to be the end all be all, and all of a sudden they're going to know how to become a millionaire.
People want to come in and have it given to them. They want to know when to get in, what to get in.
That's not what the VIP Gold is about.
They want to know all that, and then if they don't get that, then they get upset. But they haven't done the work. A lot of people, they think
do the work first, and the VIP Gold will add to it.
It's
like
to anyone who
us how to fish, not
anyone who watched Suits. It's like going to, not going to law school and then just sitting for the bar exam.
So let me tell you something. Like, one of the reasons why I switched to trading forex, because I just spent the whole year, learning from Coach. I want to know if I can do it without the group. Like, can I take this into another place and see if it works? Now, I ain't telling you to switch the doggone market, but if you ain't figured it out yet, I mean, listen. At the end of the day, the only person that's gonna hold you back or exceed you is yourself. Nobody else is up in there taking those trades with you. You're the only one that's doing it, right? So if your account just bleeding away, stop. The market is going to be here all day. You're going to have to just educate yourself over and over. Just like Bucket said, they got all types of information right there available for you. I just see people, Coach, just raise their hand. They ask some stuff that they could just simply looked in the Discord and got. Like, what are we doing? How does this look right now? Is it time for me to get in? I don't know. Is it? You should know. At least do something. You know what I mean? Like, you just gonna pay your money, and then we're gonna tell you how to trade. And then whenever the trade don't work out because you didn't take the time to do anything, now it's ADT fault. That ain't how it works.
I've seen people come in the morning and want to know from Nate. Okay, what is it you're going to get in, and what did you get in at, and what are you going to get out at, and what do you, like every little detail, like they're just trying to mimic the trade, and you can't do that.
It's been that same way since Coach started.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be, you're supposed to be learning how to do it. Once you have the information, sure, call outs are great, but you get that information, what are you going to do with it now? If somebody's holding your hand to get in and get out, then what are you going to do?
Before you talk, Ralph, because you can answer this question, because I'm not gonna. The next question, and I'd love to engage. So this gentleman that's asking all the questions, we really appreciate it. If you wanted to come up on the panel to talk about it, that's great too. But that you're asking these questions is spectacular. So we love it. Here's the question. I keep trying new things like EWO, then I'll switch to scalping, and then I'll try to understand it. Should I be just focusing on one and mastering it, or what should I do? There you go.
The answer is in the question. The answer is in the question.
You just answered your own question.
Like anything, you learn one thing, you master it, then you move on to something else. Just like anything.
Well, I can narrow the one thing down for you. You should start with the EWO strategy, right?
Yes.
Start with the EWO
shares.
Because
EWO and
with shares, EWO with shares, and not the pre-market shares, because what's happening in pre-market, Don? What are those?
There's no stops. There's no stops.
There's no stops, but that's not what in pre-market. Most of those stocks are really fast. They breaking out off news, right? They got low.
You can have pump and dumps. You can have all kinds of
money.
I'm telling you, it takes skill. So it takes skill to trade the pre-market. All right, like the pre-market is not for a rookie. I'm just letting you know that right now. You can ask Nate right now. I bet you Nate listening to this right now, and you can ask him. In the beginning, we wasn't even allowed to trade the pre. You know what I mean? That's like
Yeah, we
the
didn't trade the pre-market for a long time.
So what you should do is work on the EWO first, right? EWO strategy, right? In the regular market where you can use stops and the rules, the indicator, and all that work. One reason why you hear Nate say all the time he don't use no indicators because whenever news breaking out on the stock, technical analysis go out the window. You know what I mean? Think about it. Whenever a stock has news, ain't no 21.55. All that don't matter. This thing is just buying. The only
Free
thing
for
you
all.
have, that's
Boom.
it.
That's why.
And
For
Ralph,
real.
Why Nate
Ralph,
rely.
let me
That's why Nate relies.
let me piggyback on that real quick. Yes, definitely start with shares in the market and also do it with the EWO, but also on top of the EWO, make sure you have those support and resistance training in there. Try to
Yes.
learn how to chart. It all starts with charting because again, you can get in a perfect EWO, but if that green EWO candle kicks in and you're near a resistance line, I don't care what the 9 and the 21 is telling you. If it's near resistance line, I've seen that 9 just like it went up, come right back down and cross right back over to 21. So
And where do those support and resistance lines come from? The L2, which Nate is a master of.
well,
So
no, they don't
Well,
come
no,
from
you
the
don't
L2.
necessarily
not
need
not
that.
Yeah.
not specifically from
You
there,
got to chart
but
out what they come from, areas of consolidation on the chart. The L2
Right.
matches with that most likely with areas.
most likely, right?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is that Nate is a master of reading the L2 to show where those support
Right,
and
but
resistance
that's
lines.
two different
Yeah,
things that I just said.
yeah,
I'm talking
that's
about
great.
Okay.
support and resistance, but the
Yeah.
L2 is good.
Gotcha. I
L2 is
gotcha.
good, but what I'm telling
Yeah.
them is support and resistance because people can look at the L2 and get confused. If they want to look at the
Right.
L2 and really learn that, they need to come listen to Nate. But
Gotcha.
something somebody
Gotcha.
can do on their own that's brand new is look at those support and resistance videos, learn about areas of consolidation, and learn how to draw those lines in. Then
There you
when
go.
they see the L2, it will make sense why. Oh,
Gotcha.
there's a line
Gotcha.
there. Oh, okay. There's 20,000 people looking to buy at that level. Oh, then
Yeah,
it'll
100%,
make
Don.
sense for them.
I agree
It'll
with
make
that.
sense then. Yeah.
Absolutely, Don.
To answer
Absolutely.
JC a little bit better, Don, what does David say when he has a good day? I'm not giving you much to go on here, but what does David say when he has a good day and when he wants to discuss how to trade? He always says one thing very simple. I'm here to take someone else's money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So JC, you need to understand trading isn't a flippant hobby like, okay, I'm going to go learn to woodwork, so I'm going to buy a saw. Okay. You need to treat it with the respect because you're actually using real dollars. It's a net effect, and there's always a winner and loser. We want to be a winner more than we want to be a loser. That's how we become successful. So I treat this like a job. I study, I prepare, just like Don just said. Your charts aren't static. They change every single day. So at the end of the day, before Don's show, I am already redrawing my lines for the next morning because I want to make Don's pre-show the end of my evening so I can go chill for an hour or two because this is my job. I want to be set. So treat it with the same systematic approach you do with your work. When you work, if you work for 10 years, you didn't learn everything on day one. It took you time. So focus on one thing, become good at it. Focus on the next thing, become good at it. Focus on the third thing, become good at it, and you'll start becoming better at everything. But you can't just jump in and go. You can't be an airline pilot with one flight. You can't land, take off, navigate, steer the plane, do all that stuff, right? I mean, Bruno will be one to tell you, you take off 4 or 5 times. Landing's a whole nother training course, right? You learn one thing at a time, become good at that. So when it comes to trading, please do the same thing. I recommend EWO and charting. That's where you need to go.
You know something too that we haven't really mentioned, but Bucket kind of did touch on it just now when he said that David comes in to take somebody's money. one thing that we haven't really talked about is the market is not just some fictitious bot that's somewhere that's trying to. The market is made up of people trading, people that have
That's what it
feelings
is.
about what they want to do, buy or sell, and they have those same repetitive feelings at the same time, sometimes every day, sometimes every other day. I said this the other day, there's repetitive patterns in the market because it's based on the same people trading the same shit every day. So it's not just some random patterns. It's based off of how people feel about that stock. Right. NVIDIA is
I
not
didn't realize that till I
NVIDIA.
saw
When
it.
you
I'm
look
like,
at an
wow.
NVIDIA chart, you're watching a group of people buying and a group of people selling, and you're watching them battle. And depending on who's stronger, that's who's going to win. Don't just look at it like just some candles. You're watching people's emotions,
People have
and people
behaviors.
trading.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
So you got to
behaviors,
look
they
at it
do.
like
They
that,
are
like you're
patterns.
watching people fight each other, because that is, at the end of the day, what's really happening when you're looking at that chart.
And
It's
that's
not
how
just
we
some
get double
candles.
tops and triple tops, and that's how we know the
They
levels.
repeat
That
the same
because they
behaviors
repeat.
over and
It
over.
could be over days, weeks, months, years, hours. But you look at the whole chart and it repeats.
There's a set of group of people that buy NVIDIA up to a certain level, and then they don't buy anymore. It's time to sell now.
Random people don't just come in and start buying and then go away, and then new random people. It's groups of people, groups of
and more are added in every day.
Yeah.
But you're watching
You
attitudes.
never know.
You're watching
You never know
habits.
what the reason why they might start selling for, right?
Yep.
Somebody
That's
grandmother
why
might have
news.
10,000.
That's why news
somebody-
catalyst can do what it does. That's people's reaction to the news, what you're watching in the market,
or to what's going on in their life. They just something happened. They need money. Anything can
They
happen.
need the
but
money. That's what I'm
people have
saying.
behaviors.
Somebody. Yeah.
And it's basically
You
it's
know.
about studying behavior. It's about
Yes.
about studying behavior.
Yeah.
Another.
I have the
another
heat
thing.
on in here.
Just having a hot flash. Woo, the
Another
devil's
thing that we
Oh,
have to
and I
take
meant
care
to
of.
tell you, I congratulate you on your math on the number of followers, but it looks like you forgot how to spell.
Let me allow bucket.
What happened? What'd you
What
write?
happened now?
If you
What I
read
do
what
now?
she writes, she got the math right for once, but at the bottom it says
Bucket.
think Tua.
It says what?
Think Tua. TOU.
Oh my God! I think the Y is next to the T. Yeah, I was typing too fast.
It is. But if I don't razz you on something, I mean,
If it's not you, it's Bruno. So
Yeah,
thank you.
exactly.
I appreciate it.
That's what I'm here for.
Keep me straight, man. Keep me straight.
That's it.
I'll correct.
Look at her. You're making her hotter. She is waving that thing. She's
I
going.
know. I put her on the ice box.
Somebody walks in that room,
Jeez,
she's
man.
gonna just knock them out.
I need to turn the damn heat off in here. Is what I need to do.
Why is the heat on?
Where's the ice trader when you need him?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Okay. So what's everybody doing this weekend?
Chilling.
Training.
Feeling like a villain.
Bitcoin instead of
Yeah,
making new
training. Seeing my niece in their dance recital.
Oh, that's nice.
Right.
Doing the replay game. I am addicted to this replay feature on TradingView.
I like it too. I was having trouble with one part of it, and it's been a couple days. So
Hey, Dawn, if you could please, why don't we let Christina do it? But if you could just do me a favor and have her run one stock all week.
What?
That's gonna be hard as hell to do, Bucket.
Pick one.
Wow.
So at 3 o'clock when it's done in the trade, you need to stay in, Christina, so we can start the next day and try it again.
You want me to stay in the trade?
You'll be the first one to ever trade a stock for 5 straight days, just so we can see what happens.
The same stock.
She's like, hell no.
I want to, because I've
I
tried other
can't do
ones.
it.
Netflix did great for me on that day, the earnings day.
Like you haven't
But
done that
today-
before?
No, I don't think so.
Not all week, maybe a few days.
Maybe a couple days, but
That would be painful for her, I think.
Yeah,
It'd be like in jail.
I'm just like that's why I get bored with. I'm antsy. ADHD. I gotta move. I gotta go. Things are unpredictable.
Christina,
and I
I'm
like
the
it that
same
way.
way.
Christina,
like
with all
to-
due respect, though, I have to give you much respect because about 2 months ago, you were a cat with its head cut off.
Yeah.
Every morning in Zoom, it's like, Coach would go, "Who's in NVIDIA?" What would Christina? I'm in. Who's in Hulu? I'm in. Who's in Tesla? I'm in. Who's in Apple? I'm in. I'm in, coach. I'm in. I'm like, and I'm just looking and I'm counting the number of column or rows I have on my, tracking orders. You've like filled it. She's like tracking 19 different
It was
stocks.
bad. It was bad. I know.
And I'm like,
the only thing Christina was doing right was listening to Coach.
yeah, exactly.
Let me ask you a question, Christina. Have you narrowed it down to a few stocks that you like?
That's why I wanted to throw her props.
Because I think you like Nvidia and Tesla and SPY, don't you?
Tesla, not so much.
Like
no, not Tesla. I like Nvidia and I like SPY. Mainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried Netflix again after the earnings day. I did so well with that. But today I went into Netflix because Coach called it. It was on a 2-minute. I went in and immediately I was down. And I'm like, what the hell? I think I went in at the wrong.
Oh, you did because it crushed. It was better than Nvidia today.
Yeah. But then I got a put because I was like, what the hell? And then that one crashed. And then I didn't make much on Netflix. I know, but it just I don't know its pattern. I don't want to follow it. It's just not. It's not interesting to me. I don't know.
Christina, you do know that's the hardest ticker to trade.
Netflix?
No, not
Oh, Nvidia?
SPY.
Nvidia. Oh, I love
SPY.
Yeah, I know SPY. I'm getting to know SPY real well.
Bitch.
Yeah, but I'm getting to know her real well. Like
I know it too, and I know when it gets in its moods, I don't mess with it because it can do a red candle, green candle, red candle, green candle, red, green, red. Green, red.
It's like that. And you go boom, 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 boom. It's like
it's like you have to sit on your hands, and when you see it stair step, that's when you get in it.
Right. And
those big candles will screw you up,
down, but otherwise you can't because it when it's two like that,
it'll
drive you nuts.
It'll chop you up.
You lose either way. So unless you just get out.
Right.
But
okay,
I like
sorry,
ADT fan.
Dawn, a question for you, Dawn.
Yeah.
I teed up Ralph last time. It's your turn. This gentleman is asking, is buying put options using the 2-minute EWO part of the beginner EWO strategy, or are buying puts considered more advanced trading?
No, buying puts or calls, as long as you're using the 2-minute EWO strategy, they're equal.
But puts are a little bit more dangerous. They go fast.
Yeah. Puts are a little bit different because you get paid not only when they go down, but when they consolidate. So they also tend to be more expensive because you get paid 2 different ways on them. So they're a little bit more expensive than calls. But with regards to the 2-minute EWO strategy, it's either here nor there. It's you know what I mean? You're going to get in on the second candle. Make sure you're below VWAP if you're in a put. Make sure you're above VWAP if you're in a call. And always wait for that next candle to be bigger than the one before it. And then when you want to take it a step further, like this is something I got from David as well. Why don't you look at it on the 1 minute, the 2 minute, and the 5 minute? And as long as all 3 of those are going to the same side, like if you're looking to get into a call and you're seeing that it's above VWAP and the second green candle is there, make sure it all lines up to the upside on the 1 minute, the 2 minute, and the 5 minute as well. That's just another confluence to add in there. And then
sometime you fancied the 5 second.
All right,
there.
Yeah, no, the 30-second. Oh my God, yeah, I left that alone.
5 second.
I left that alone. I looked at the 1 second. I've looked at the 1 second, but that's just some crazy crap.
Talk about wild.
Like, yeah, make sure. I didn't know that the 21 was over. What all of that? What finally Eric Smoto with his stuff coming in here finally helped me to understand what was going on with the 21 and the 55. You want to make sure the 21 is over the 55 and the 9 is over the 21. And as soon as they start crossing, you'll notice that the EWO flips color. Whenever they all cross, the EWO also, a new EWO forms. It always matches up. I never knew that before Eric started training on that.
I need to find that video.
And what you'll also understand is when the 9's trying to cross the 21, or the 9's trying to cross VWAP, or the 21's trying to cross the 55, normally that's where the candles have struggle continuing in the same direction. There's going to be some resistance or support there. So There's a lot of data you could study, and obviously Eric Smoto and David have just killed it with trying to explain to us all the nuances. Aaron, another gentleman asked a question. Miranda's answering it, but yes, on the Discord there is a video where you can review how to set up Weeble, just like Coach does, or take his Weeble training. And you can set up your Weeble any way you feel comfortable. I know some people tailor their own. Mine mirrors what Coach does because that's all I've ever seen. So I just wanted to
do every day.
So,
Bucket, in
No,
answer
that's
to
a
your
good
question,
question, though,
yes,
Bucket.
there's a premium
Go ahead,
membership. It's called Premium, and it's monthly. It's like, what is it, $200-$300 a month?
okay.
$2.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get
Premium.
the L2.
That's what it
and
was.
it's
I know.
all,
I didn't want to
it's all
say the
real-time.
lifetime because there's also the lifetime members, but okay.
No, we're talking about Weeble.
so,
Like you have to buy a membership in Weeble to get the real time and to get the L2. That's $2.99 a
Hey,
month.
by the way, y'all,
Yeah, like $2.99.
did you know, and I haven't figured it out yet, I think I have to buy another, because with L2 and Weeble, you have to pay for that, right?
Yeah, $3.
But there's also, like if you want to follow NQ, which is the NASDAQ, if you want to follow that in real time, I think you have to pay for that too, because mine's delayed by 10
Yeah,
minutes.
the Oprah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got so
What's
it's
it
a
called?
little check mark. It's called Oprah. The real time quote. Yeah, it's called Oprah, and then for TradingView, you have to get the bundle, right? I got the indices bundles for TradingView because
The $14.99 one. That's what I got.
think it's something like $15. I don't know.
Yeah.
On TradingView.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Well,
I just got the
TradingView, I can
basic.
get it. For some reason, I'm not getting it on Weeble, so I guess I have to add another $1.99 to something.
Pay up.
Right,
Okay.
on Weeble. Yeah, on Weeble you have to it's $2.99 for the Oprah. So it's like a little lightning bolt. Don't you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I got the lightning bolt, but
let
that's
you
for
know.
options, right?
I thought it was the same thing. They got something
can be
different
No,
for
there's
indices
another
on,
whole membership. There is another whole membership you have to get if you want the NASDAQ composite, the
I think I got the Oprah's $2.99. Isn't that the Oprah?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, the Oprah. I got the
Anyway.
Oprah for options.
Yeah,
Then they
got
told
the-
me if I
that's
played
the-
it.
I don't freaking know. I don't know.
But what
Yeah, no,
Bucket
for
is talking
option,
about, I
that's
saw that. I saw what Bucket talking about. It's another thing that's like
mine's 10 minutes
$6.99 or
delayed.
something like that.
I'm gonna say I have it, but I don't.
Yeah,
know.
it tells you when you buy it. You can get real time data, which is $2.99, as well, and then the L2 order book is $2.99. So both of them are
Right,
$2.99.
two different things. Yeah,
Oh.
but it's
Yeah, and I
something
have
else.
those,
That's
but it's not everything. There's another
Yeah, it's
membership,
something
guys,
else.
and I got
Yeah,
a
I saw
Weeble
it.
I got a Weeble notification
Weeble.
this week that they're offering these new. So I don't know if we used to get it and now I have to pay more.
Hold on, let me go and check because I saw what Bucket's talking about. It's like
Because I got you.
$6.99
Did nobody else get that Weeble
or some
notice?
sort of.
I don't know.
I may
I didn't
have.
get a
I don't
notice, but
always
I
pay
had got
attention
it.
to them
I don't read. I get things pop up
because
and
they're
I'll be
always
doing
trying to
something and I just
They're
X
always
it
trying to
out, so I
get
don't
you
read
to
it. I never see it.
do. Hey, get fractional shares for per people.
Yeah,
So
hey, I'm trying to place a
Yeah, I
trade.
hate
X,
that.
you know, I'm
Yeah.
always like, get out of my way.
Yeah,
I'm in a hurry. Get out the way.
we were kind
And
of
then I never
annoying
go
with
back
that
and read
Weeble.
it. So I don't know. Yeah, I have no
Hold
idea.
on, I'm trying to go. It's
It
okay.
did that to
So
me
you go to
today. I was like,
markets.
boom. I don't even
Scroll
read one
down.
word of what it said. So
I don't even know where to go to look. I mean, with TradingView, it's easy. You go to your account, but I don't know where in Weeble.
I'm trying to look. You go.
maybe-
All right, so I go on the markets.
Anyway, whatever.
You know what I've been having trouble with?
Wait,
For the longest time, I've been trying to do a digital card for Coach, and every time I get in there, it takes me so long, and then it won't go. Today, I finally got there, but then the only way I could go into it was to go into my last one, and I just hit it and sent it, and then I wanted to do the review with it, but then it said, here's your review, and it was my last one, so I don't know if that's what got sent. I don't know, but I sent him a digital card. I don't know if it worked right, so I keep having trouble. I don't know what the hell I'm doing on the computer. That's all.
on the phone. On the phone,
I was
you
on,
go to menu, and then you go to market quotes. It's gonna have like a little diamond.
Oh, you're not talking to me.
That you click on. Well, I thought you was finished.
What?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
And so look, it's a best national bid or offer, $9.99 a month. You can subscribe to that. Then they got I already got everything else that's on here. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
It's on
TradingView.
Wait, where do you go?
Okay, so you go to menu
Menu.
on the phone, all the way to
Yeah,
the
menu.
right corner menu, and then you scroll down, and it's gonna see a diamond that says market quotes. So you got like a set as well. Then they got a diamond. Then they got my
Right.
alerts.
Okay.
But the diamond is the one that say market quotes. Click on that, and then you'll see this $9.99. I thought it was $6.99, but it's $9.99. Or it could have been inflation that brought it up. I don't know, but it's $9.99 for that. What you talking about? National best bidder offers. So I don't know what that
Well,
is.
what is that? Does
I
anybody
don't
know what
know.
that is?
I'm not
No.
subscribed to it, so I
I've
don't
never
know.
heard of that.
Yeah, I think it's something
I remember
new,
seeing
because
those
I thought
words,
I
I
had
think.
everything. Yeah, so I don't know.
Huh.
It say national best
Is that
bid
Yeah.
new?
and
So
offer.
I'm there, and I don't have that $9.99. What I have is level 2,
Me
and I
neither.
have Oprah.
Maybe
Right.
it's talking
Yeah,
about Weeble or Trading View.
Weeble.
But
Weeble.
what? Okay, so OTC is over the counter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
want
have
that.
that
What is
because I don't trade that.
GIF?
That's a good one. That's that pocket options
G,
thing.
what it is? ZGIF.
CGIF.
Win.
Okay, so that's free. That's for that's the data that's coming from the options from the Chicago Board of what is it called? CBOE. That's for the options market.
Board
That's
of
the
Educators?
real-time data. Yeah, so the real-time data. Okay, so options are traded in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
it's free. I guess as long
All
as you
out of
do at least
Chicago.
one option, at least you do
You
one
can get that
option
for
a
free.
doggone. Yeah, that's free. Right?
But does anybody
The
know what this
OTC I don't have.
$9.99 real-time offers is?
I don't know.
Nope.
That's
I've never
something new.
seen that.
Yeah, hold on. They're right there. Wait, where are you? Hold on. Let me just show you here.
Yeah.
Where's my camera?
Thank you, Diesel Dan and Rob Suko, for the tips. I appreciate you guys.
Anybody in the comments know what that is?
Okay, if anybody in the comments, it's called NBBO. Hold on.
I was
NBBO.
under the impression that I was
Hey, Don,
getting
did you
real
get what I
quotes.
sent you yesterday? Saying because I didn't make it? You didn't see it? It was like right when the show ended yesterday, because I came in at the end till the end. I was listening, and it was like you guys were getting off, so I didn't get on.
I just saw that a while ago, Christina. I just saw that.
You saw what?
Okay, listen to this, y'all.
Oh no, not the message.
You ready?
In your Cash App.
You ready for
There's
this,
a message in
Captain
there.
Don and crew?
Okay.
Yeah, what is
I'm
it?
ready.
NBBO provides a consolidated view of market quotes, latest prices, tick by tick, and trading volume. National Best Bid and Offer was created by the SEC to help ensure that brokers provide their customers with the best available bid and ask prices when buying and selling securities. An order book is a list. Okay, NBBO quotes present the best bids and asks by collecting data from all 16 exchanges. Okay. Well, then what best bid and offer do I have now?
No shit,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
we're
I was
getting
under the
crappy
impression
offers
that
now.
I had the best thing. I think I know what it is, Bucket. Okay, so right now we just get the NASDAQ. The level 2 is coming from NASDAQ bids and offers, right? That's what it says. And then the Oprah is real-time data.
You're right.
Quotes. I don't know where they get their information from.
Well,
but
why
I guess
sometimes Robinhood
this other one.
it's more expensive than Webull? I'm
So
telling you.
Hamilton, do you have NBBO and Webull? Do you pay the $10 a month? Hamilton seems to know about this. And maybe I look like an idiot because I don't. I'm sorry.
We all look like idiots.
No,
We don't know what's
because
going
I don't
on.
know either. But
No, I
the
didn't get
thing
that,
is,
Christina.
here's
You
the
didn't?
thing, right? It's just like Nate said,
In
a
the
wall is a
Cash
wall,
App?
right?
Nothing's
I
there.
mean,
From
because
yesterday.
that's what they give you with that is another. You're getting the quotes from 16 different exchanges. That's what you said, Bucket?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're getting the information from 16 exchanges, I mean, NASDAQ ain't good enough. What they got? New York Exchange, NASDAQ. I think you get ARCA already. That's like three of the biggest ones. What you need to like? I don't know. Is it worth me spending $10 a month? That's what I'm trying to find out.
Let me ask you this: does getting this $9.99 thing reduce my spread between bid and ask?
That's what I want to know. Because if it do, I jump on. It'll be worth it. If you trade
Well,
options a lot,
that's what I'm
you know
asking
what I
Hamilton,
mean?
because Hamilton says he does have MBBO with Webull. I've never even heard us talk about this.
Never even
Hamilton,
heard
log in, Hamilton. We need you up here. Come on.
Yeah, Hamilton. I'm just curious.
Hamilton.
How do I see my history on Cash App? I don't know how to find it.
All right. Well, maybe I don't need to it's Friday and everybody's brain dead, but it's maybe something to ask Coach
Yeah,
on
I'm burning
Monday.
out a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, Hamilton, maybe explain that to us
He
Monday
says he's
or
jumping
tomorrow.
on here. He says he's
Okay,
jumping on.
come on.
Yeah, because
Sorry, guys, but I want to know.
started this with just asking, did anybody else have a problem that? Because here's what I found, y'all. When you're monitoring the chips, SMCI, AMD, NVIDIA, ARM, and SMCI, they follow very closely to the NQ, which is the NASDAQ Composite 100. The problem is in Webull, for me, it's delayed by 10 minutes. So this is what's hysterical. Here goes NQ down the toilet, and here's NVIDIA going through the moon. And then 10 minutes later, the NQ's going to the moon. It's like, I don't really need this because it's 10 minutes behind the current stock price.
Right.
I was talking to Mark on the chat one time, and I said, Mark, he goes, yeah, the NQ's at 15,988. And I'm going, mine's at 15,600. And then we realized I was 10 minutes behind him.
Right, because I always follow the cues. Because I got that bump. I got the bump in Trading View. So that's what.
There's Hamilton.
That's what
Go ahead.
The most, right?
I have 2 separate Cash App accounts.
Give us the news, Hamilton.
I didn't know that.
I gotta stay off camera because my phone's screwed up again. But
so only this one time though. Go ahead.
Yeah, no worries. So it doesn't have anything to do with the bid ask prices. That's all determined by the options board in Chicago. But it's supposed to give you the best fill that it can. So when you go into this is what I gathered when I set it up. I don't think it does much of a difference because I felt I was getting bad fills, and I went ahead and purchased it.
When did you buy it?
It's been probably 5 months.
It's been out that long.
Remember all the fill bullshit that was happening to people? That could have been the setup so they could sell this.
Yeah, possibly. It was like 5 months ago I got it. It was right after I joined, so I think I was here like 6 months ago. So
what TJ at? He should know about this.
I'm gonna contact him.
I haven't heard his voice all day.
He's out today.
Yeah, he wasn't around today.
Okay, well, we have to let him know about it.
So you think,
Christina?
So you think you're still getting bad fills? Would you get worse fills if you didn't have it?
I didn't notice any big difference. But I didn't really keep track of it like TJ does, to be honest with you. But I do know this, man. My E-Trade gets way better fills. I mean, sometimes I'll put a mid price in, and I'll get a better fill than what it was at mid, and I'd never get a better fill on Webull.
Well, it's probably because it's a free service too. So
yeah. So that's what it is, but I don't know that it really makes that much of a difference, to be honest with you. And you can see, I believe when you get it, you can see the different L2.
Do you have to change the L2, or does all the L2s come on one?
No, there's 2 different ones. So the NBBO has a separate one, I believe. Okay. I don't even look at it, though. I
wonder if Nate got this L2 then.
I doubt it.
When Nate was saying they give him the L2s for free, though. So he don't pay for an L2. Be something he might want to look into, They probably give it to him, though.
Did you look at the L2 on the NBBO? Is it different?
It's different because it has different, what do they call them?
Exchanges.
The different exchanges. So, And I think that's what it is. It's supposed to, it has more exchanges to choose from, and you're supposed to get the best price that, whatever exchange it is, the best price that they're offering.
Oh, okay. Now I understand, Hamilton. You just solidified it for me. So basically, with the ones that we got, we only working through the NASDAQ, which is fine, you know, and
Yep.
ARCA, I think, and maybe like New York Stock Exchange. But with this one, you're getting like 16
You got it. You were
brokers
fine.
that we don't even, not brokers, exchanges that we don't even know about.
Right. So
Probably
there's
don't
more
even know the
exchanges, and
name
there's
of.
and it's supposed to give you the best fill out of all of them.
Mhm.
Oh no, you didn't.
Okay.
Damn it.
Huh.
All right.
Yeah.
And you're
All right, I
still
gotta.
using
That's
it?
pretty
I
cool.
was gonna jump off, but I heard you guys talking about it, so I thought I'd jump in here.
Do you still
Yeah.
use it?
Cool.
I have it, but to be honest with you, I'm going away from Webull more.
Okay.
I'm just using Webull for stocks. I don't even do options on it anymore, right? At least right now. So
Hey, I
I
feel
understand.
you.
yeah, so
I suck at
I'll
options,
probably
so I
cancel
just
it.
stay away. But
Yeah,
keep in
I'm
mind,
doing
guys, I
options on
don't
my
really know.
E-Trade.
E-Trade is a good broker too. I really
Don't
don't.
remember.
I
I
really
didn't know what
don't
an option
know.
was.
So we're gonna have to ask
Yeah.
Coach look into it to be sure.
Yep.
But I
Now I
think
love it.
Hamilton
Killing it
on the
now.
net knows
it.
for me though.
Thanks,
Hamilton
Hamilton.
may
I'm
understand.
sorry to
Thank
interrupt
you.
your weekend.
Thanks for
No,
coming up here and
Yeah.
letting us know, honey.
yeah,
Appreciate
man.
it.
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, dude.
All right,
Yeah.
have a good
All right.
weekend.
You too.
Yeah, I'm
Bye.
pretty
And with
sure
that being
that's
said,
it.
guys, I'm getting
Yeah,
pretty
I gotta
worn
go.
out here.
Yeah.
So
Have a
I've been
good
up for a little
weekend.
bit. Yeah, man.
Don,
Thank
what
you
I'll
guys.
probably do for $9.99 is try it a month and see if it helps at
I
all.
figured you would. Because it's
Listen to
worth it
this.
for you to play. Because you like to at least see for yourself. I noticed that about
Yeah,
you.
yeah, exactly. And then I can come in and say, and I probably won't be any different, but what I don't need is something else to try and fit on my damn screen. I got enough
Hey,
numbers.
listen to this news I just got.
Yeah.
Delaware law
What you
firm
got?
seeks $6 billion stock fee for challenging Musk's $56 billion Tesla pay. Billions of dollars. I don't know what that's going to do, but
Wow.
I'm sure they'll do it. They'll post it a few more times throughout the weekend and then once before the market opens just to affect things, you know. So,
Y'all have a great weekend.
you too.
Yeah, you too, brother. Appreciate everything you
Bye,
do.
guys.
No, appreciate
All
y'all.
right, good
Take
job.
care.
I
Good job,
Be
appreciate
safe.
you.
Christina. Good job, Dawn.
Bye.
Thank
I'll
you,
try and see you
Ralph.
guys tomorrow. I'll try and be up. I've been having trouble
All
getting
right.
up
All
on
right.
Saturday morning, so but I'll try.
Everybody
I wake
have
up
an
late.
amazing weekend. Those of you that are down in the chat, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. And once again, Rob Suko and Diesel Dan, thank you for the tips. I appreciate you guys so much. And don't forget tomorrow to come in at 11 a.m. Eastern time to David's weekend training session, and that is on the VIP Gold Zoom. All you got to do is just log into the VIP Gold Zoom and you'll be able to hear David. I think Nate will probably be there tomorrow answering L2 questions and things like that if you guys want to hear that. So yeah, should be a good time. And everybody have a fantastic weekend.
Right.
Bucket, Christina,
All right.
Ralph, Mark McSee, Nate, those guys that were on the panel, Ed, thank you for coming. And everybody have a good one. Peace and
Bye,
blessings.
guys.
All right.